Testing 1 2 3 guys. Testing 1 2 3 testing. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot. Rise of the Tomb Raider action. My name is David. Guys, last time in this game we did what? We went around in circles for a while and got some treasure. That's about it, as I recall. But my memory is fucking terrible. Let's get in there anyway. Who cares? Good evening, Connor. Good evening, son. Welcome aboard, son. Guys, go follow Connor's channel. He's streamed some pretty cool games lately. Persona, Prinny, among more variety type. Oh, yeah, I'm in here. Oh, yeah, we did this big puzzle I couldn't figure out how to solve. Yeah, and I had to have Brian figure it out for me. Can we talk about how 6 ZHP was last night? Dude, we finally beat the game, man. The thing about ZHP, I find it very enjoyable. Of course, it's a great game. I like the story a lot compared to, you know, other stories out there in video gaming. But I'm finding on the stream, boy, it sure is, it goes on and on and on, huh? It goes on and on and on. The dialogue. I'm glad all that's finally over. We're in post-game now in ZHP, which means there's going to be a lot less talking, a lot more actual fighting and, you know, leveling up and grinding and dungeon diving. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, very charming little ride, Connor. It took us, like, what, like 2 or 3 weeks to beat that game? Not as long as I remember it being, but again, it's a Nipponichi game. It don't stop. It doesn't end when it ends. It just begins when it ends. So we have a lot more to go still. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to do everything on stream, just because I'm really anxious to get this new schedule going for our channel. And there's going to be, I think there's so much, I don't remember exactly how long it takes to beat ZHP, but it's a lot. There's so much content. What's up, Ryan? Welcome aboard. Talk about ZHP and the prospect of whether we're going to try to 100% it or not. Just because that game takes so long. It takes so long to beat, but God, is it fun. Yeah, I'm glad we finally beat it, though, last night. Now we can start unlocking all the good stuff. I thought I heard a dragon there. Who caught the Connor stream of Zelda the Wind Waker, huh? Yeah, I was able to make it, but I heard he's playing some dolphin-type games now. Weird landing animation there. Your boy's on dolphin. I really enjoyed his Prinny Can I Really Be the Hero stream. I hope he continues playing it and beats that shit. It ain't easy, man. That game is mad frustrating. I'm not sure I could have beaten it if I was a streamer back then. I mean, that's the kind of game that it's got to be hard when you're streaming it. You have to be really, really focused for one thing. And when you lose, it's really frustrating when you lose in front of a camera. I got turned around somehow. Where? Oh, I probably gotta go under the water. I'm a dummy. Wind Waker is consistently impressing me, says Connor, huh? Are you a big fan of Zelda, Connor? Are you familiar with the Zelda formula? The Game of Champions. I think it's probably my favorite Zelda. I think. Wind Waker is just so charming, so laid back. It's got Medley in it, and she's the best. Prinny for life. Watching you play, Connor, maybe you want to stream that game. I feel like it had a lot of spinball appeal. Hashtag spinball appeal. In the sense that it would definitely make me rage. But while still having fun. Unlike spinball. So let's say it has tilt and tumble appeal. So this thing respawned, I guess. That's cool. This game sure is fucking foggy and murky and hard to see sometimes. Very dark kind of game. It probably looked great with HDR. So I finally did that stupid dungeon. It's been haunting me forever. Might be lurking, but I'm here for you, Vencabot. You amazing. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support, dude. So let's see here. So what am I missing here? I'm missing some tombs in this region. Where else is there a tomb over here? I'm missing a lot of things from the look of it, huh? This is the Geothermal Valley. Oh, right. Okay. Well, let's knock some shit out, dude. Let's just knock it out. What is this? What is this little icon here? A crypt entrance? What? Meow. Something over there? I remember that. The sense of scope the Wind Waker has is really impressive. I almost had a meltdown earlier because it was so big. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty big world for the era. I think that, again, it's interesting design in that game because they make like a bunch of little islands, you know what I mean? So I think that, obviously, thematically it fits their little islands, but again, from a gameplay perspective, it definitely helps them to like not have to make the world continuous, which is probably one of the hard parts, right? Like it's hard in game like open world game design to make a world like fit together. And I find it interesting that game's just like, well, it doesn't. They're islands. They're literally separate. So there you go. Make life easy. Like I wonder what other games out there have had a similar design. That's one thing I like about. I really enjoyed this game, FF13-3 Lightning Returns, probably my favorite action RPG ever. That game's a similar thing where you have a bunch of hub worlds, and they're each individually pretty large and interesting. But also, this is where I fucking came from? This is where I came from, huh? That's not what I thought. Yeah, okay, this is where I just fucking came from. This is a challenge tomb. Explore, find an entrance. But this thing's still glowing, like I haven't accomplished it yet. This is not where I came from? Yeah, Peter says, yeah, Connor's playing the Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, it's one of his main games. Is that co-op pretty? Oh, man. Oh, shit, I fucking broke my legs. Oh, my God, please don't put me back at the fucking crypt. I don't know a crypt from a tomb, Brian. I don't know a crypt from a tomb. Do I gotta remark it? No. Oops, wrong button. Ah! Ah! There we go. Oh, it's up there, huh? I gotta go along the edge. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Yoga Brain? Welcome aboard, Mark. How you doing, dude? They'd be pretty cryptic differences, huh? Too many different words for graves. Too many. Oh my God, Dix. Dix, how do you do it, man? What's your secret? What's the tech? Looking forward to whenever Nocturne Remastered drops. Now, is it not a release date yet? Just chilling, says Yoga Brain, eating some cereal with some banana and blueberries, shitting bussin'. That sounds pretty godlike. What kind of cereal has blueberries and banana, or do you do it yourself? Oh shit, what the fuck? That's literally a mechanic that's never used before. Probably will never be used again. Added myself, what? That's so fucking bougie of you, Yoga Brain. Okay, well, oh, I can do this now. I can be like, yeet. Oh. What's up, AJ? I finally got to starting Shadow of Tomb Raider, huh? Many months later. What do you think about it so far? What's your first impression? So these are marked as, you know, so that I can figure out how to get over them. Now, I'm not sure if I would have figured that out on my own. I almost certainly would not have, in fact, but thankfully they glow. Super bougie, I'm a class trader. Putting in some bananas and blueberries into your honey bunches of oats. That's a pretty bougie cereal, too. That shit, I love honey bunches of oats, Yoga Brain. It's one of my favorite cereals of all time. That shit's fucking godlike. But it's definitely pretty expensive for how small the box is. You can't help but wish the boxes were bigger. This is so much fun. I love jumping on shit in this game and actually climbing stuff. I wish it was more of a focus. It is super tax. It's a once every few months kind of cereal for me, says Yoga Brain. It's delicious as fuck, though. That shit's godlike. Don't sleep on the bunches. You cannot see that if not for... Oh, what the fuck? Where am I? Okay, so I can also go down there, it seems. If it would make me happy. Or could I have climbed up from there or something? I don't know. Anyway. Got a crypt! Whatever the hell a crypt is. The guy I faced in Grand Finals at Free Play last Sunday apparently lost his sense of taste on Monday and got his positive test results today. Oh shit, Brian. That's wild. It's a good thing you vaccinated. Jesus. Well, there you go. Lesson for you guys. Don't go out. Don't go out. That's like Brian X. You're immune to the virus. People out there are fucking sick, man. They don't even realize it. They're trying to get you sick, too. They love it. That's why people get people off. I don't know what it is, man. There's something about getting somebody else sick that really turns people on. Judging from social media. Lori, if you don't crap off this fucking edge, I'm holding down on the stick. She won't go. There we go. Go to a tournament with COVID around is indeed pretty tasteless, as Dick said. There's water there. Okay. We got here some mushrooms. Dix's favorite. Oh, I already got too many of them. That's one of my huge gaming pet peeves, like game design pet peeves. I mentioned it previously in this playthrough, but there's something about, you know, modern crafting, looting mechanics where I just end up with totally maxed out resources. I'm just walking past things I cannot pick up because my inventory is too full. The other day I was having some heat flashes and cold sweats. Thought for sure I was coming down with full fever and I'm scared I had COVID, huh? Laid down for like an hour in the dark and silent still, and I felt fine after. Well, that's weird. What do you think was the issue, Yoga Brain? Heat flashes and cold sweats? That doesn't sound very common. Hey, what's up, AJ? That's very generous of you, dude. The Amazon Prime sub goes a long way around here. It's super helpful. You guys know me, I stream 5 nights a week, so that's actually a good way to help me afford more time to stream, really. This is a crypt, huh?
Rivka joined the Prophet because her husband, a Rus nobleman, was a believer.
What if fucking Yoga Brain just had died, dude? He just died, and he just lay down for a little while, and then I felt fine. Just floating above his own body. I guess would be some sort of adverse caffeine reaction, maybe, but I actually had very little coffee. Maybe I was having withdrawals or some shit, huh? Maybe. I mean, heat flashes or whatever. You could just probably just, you know, you could misinterpret that, but a cold sweat? Just sit there sweating for no reason? That seems sus. But I'm glad to hear you felt better. Probably was nothing. Maybe you're just fucking insane, Yoga Brain. Maybe you're insane. Maybe you actually were having no issues whatsoever. You just felt like you were as a placebo. Or whatever you want to call it. Call that psychosomia, right? Psychosomia. Maybe you're freaking yourself out. The more you thought about it, the more sick you felt. Maybe you're like, oh man, I feel like I'm having hot flashes. Then you got so nervous, you started sweating. Like, oh no. I am for sure dead now, dude. It's kind of hypochondriac type beat, huh?
The architect.
I should change my costume. I've been in this Dark Souls armor for so long, but I've noticed, guys, that the more I wear the Dark Souls armor, the more Dix watches the stream for Tomb Raider. So I feel like I don't want to take the armor off, but I need Dix to be here. But it's like, at the same time, I'm getting kind of tired of the same look all the time. So it's got to be like a compromise. Well, this is a pretty short crypt. How come I'm getting all topsy-turvy? Why is it all tilted? Did the ancient people who built this not have a fucking level or something? I mean, I can understand that something like a temple is sinking into the whatever. This is built inside of a fucking cliff. It's less than armor and more my amour, huh? Laurie Crafton is Dix's amour. Anything else around here? Any coins? Because, you know, I love coins. Nada. Only when she's in armor is she Dix's amour. There's an outfit that lets you carry more special ammo, so more shit to waste resources on. I should probably find that armor and wear that, huh? Well, there's a lot more to this place than I've found already. I'm telling you. Just literally, whatever I find, I'm like, oh, hey, cool, I found something. Like, the reward of finding something as an exploration-based gamer is fucking neutralized by the fact that I cannot fucking pick it up. Oh, I found something. Oh, I found a fucking little, you know, I found some leaves for my S. Oh, I found some ore. Oh, I found, no, you can't fucking carry it, man. You gotta waste more ammo so you can pick up more shit. But I don't want to waste any more ammo. I don't need to. I just, they all die in one hit, fucking headshot from any gun. Any gun I have will kill them in one hit. Oh shit. I wouldn't say I started early, Zanzu. Yeah, I started half an hour later than I'm supposed to, but just not as late as usual. Welcome aboard, dude. Welcome aboard. The bow you unlocked pretty crazy. The draw speed is insane, huh? The draw speed. Those videos on YouTube. The whole time the statistic is glitched. It says it's not that good, but you can practically hold it forever. I've kind of noticed that with other guns or other bows. Like, there's a lot of upgrades to make it hold time longer in general for the bows, but ever since the start of the game, I've never once felt like I needed a longer draw time. Almost like they didn't do it right. Because in the last game, Tomb Raider 1, the draw time was really clutch. Because there are times where you try to draw your bow and you just couldn't hold it that long. This game seems like, you know, it's very, very long. Let's see, this starts early in quite a long time, Zombie. Yeah, quite a long time. I'm trying to change that, though. I'm hoping that for our new schedule going forward, as we change to new kind of content, we can start, you know, earlier in the evening, you know, fucking 8 p.m. like we're supposed to. But I don't even know how long for Zombie. Mad long, dude, mad long. Just like your boy Vencabot. Wee. Something cool over here, maybe? No, nothing. I mean, is that the whole shit? Is that the whole place? I guess. I mean, I found the treasure at the end. I feel like I've missed some things. There's something up there. See, look, there's something hanging off the wall up there. There's something secret, right? Hang on. I think I saw something. Crypts are small. Oh, the crypts are the small ones. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar, right? The crypts are the ones... Aha. The crypts are the ones... Are you fucking serious? No treasure up here for that? It's so dark. I'm so proud of them for seeing those little fucking handholds. Yeah, the crypts are the ones that are available in that other mode, right? The endurance mode. The tombs look the actual Zelda puzzles. Okay, I see. Maybe it'll last more than a few hours this time, says Dix, huh? Started playing TW3 again. Checked my saves and turns out I do the same thing every year around now. That's funny. It might be because you have no life, huh? Yeah, Connor's playing Smite now. I don't see you streaming that earlier today. Just use light hacks as Zanzu, huh? What is TW3? Tomb Waiter 3? Just my PC can't run it, and the streams is Connor. Well... Doesn't it work on other platforms as well? You could play it on, like, PS4 or something. Can I grab onto this from here? No, I gotta go up here first. The Witcher 3, oh, okay. The Witcher 3. Well, what are your thoughts so far, Dick? So it sounds like you tried every year on this time, huh? Because you want to like it so much, but you just can't really get into it? You mentioned before on a previous stream of ours, it was talking about Cyberpunk, I think. You mentioned about how The Witcher 3 is kind of overrated. This is really fun to get to this cave. I like the little platform we had to do to get here, although I'm frustrated about this waterfall and the fact that you can't really see shit. So, I can climb down from here, but I can't climb up from here. Where's the point of this? I don't understand. Whatever. Witcher 3 was awesome for the first 10 hours, but then I was painfully bored and uninspired to complete it. Huh? Why do you think that is, Yoderbrain? It's a hot pile of garbage that I think can be fixed with enough mods and duct tape, but actually can't, and I'm just desperate for a decent ARPG, huh? ARPG like action RPG? Oh, good action RPGs, huh? Yeah, because you've already played Dark Souls a million times through. Done with Neo. I see. So I just realized, it's just struck me, you kind of have an affinity for that genre. Big ass world, nothing interesting to do in it, says Yoderbrain. That's a drag. That makes sense to me, though. I understand that. Guy says Fallout 3. Pretty sure Dick's already played that game. What are some good action RPGs you guys think what Dick's would like? Then says Pong, always the best. Dude, there's gotta be a Pong RPG, right? You could level up the size of your fucking paddle. That'd be sick. Maybe you can do HP damage to the other paddle by hitting with the ball. Well, it's not kind of counterproductive since you have to hit the ball or to not get scored on. It's not dodgeball. Borderlands? Dix played the fuck out of Borderlands. So Dix has played him to death, dude. Played him to death. Good ARPGs. I mean, I play some action RPGs. But honestly, I guess not that many in the grand scheme of things. How about you ever play Nier Automata, Dix? I never played it myself. But I hear a lot of good things about it. That's when you have to, that's why you have defense and attack for the board. I gotcha. It says played it to death. Nier Automata was mediocre at best, says Dix, huh? So Dix out here playing all these games, dude. Where the fuck? Oh, okay, here I am. Does that hurt, man? What are some other good ARPGs? You just looking at your asses, Dix. I think that's a big part of that game's appeal. From what I understand. Document. Where's the document? Oh, way up there. Okay. Let's go. Monkey run. I love the monkey run so much. I wish every game had this. It's a weird spot for. I have to go up there. Oh, okay. Still seems weird. How am I gonna get all the way up there? Oh, I can do it from this side. Oh, I see. Cool. Yeesh. Yeesh. That's fun. Problem was Nier was that it's an empty, flat world that tries to incorporate a bunch of different game mechanics for no reason other than trying to be creative, I guess. And does none of them with any particular depth, including shallow, flashy combat. Well, that sounds like something I would say, Dix. I respect that. I haven't played it myself. That's part of the reason why I haven't played it. I just got that impression from looking at it. There was this kind of like, you know, spectacle combat, button mash. Probably not a whole lot more to it. Because that game blew my mind, dude. That game blew my mind. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I'm not sure I ever will. Maybe one day. I think I want to play the first Nier first. I thought the world in the World Witcher 3 was pretty decent compared to other open world games in terms of content around the world. It's just heavily story based and the combat sucks, so I don't give a shit, huh? Also, that's detective vision. It doesn't really work that well, sounds like. Yeah, very story based content with shitty combat. I guess I think that's true. When Dick says that, I think of Fallout 3, which is a game I loved exploring in. Because I loved the story-based content. I loved unlocking the new stories and doing the little quests and, you know, all the different endings the quests had, and that was cool. Was the combat fun too? Yeah. It was first person. I think that probably helped in that respect, made it more immersive for me. I like Nier's character-slash story, but I would agree the combat was fairly shallow and the world was kind of uninteresting. Huh? Rest in peace. You would think in this era there'd be so many action RPGs that Dix couldn't possibly play them all. It's such a popular genre, it feels like. What are more action RPGs that Dix could play? The Platinum games is kind of right. Wait and activate which time? Yeah. I played the fuck out of Bayonetta 1 and loved it. Then when I played 2, I'm not sure if there's a problem in 1 that I didn't notice, or it took me, you know, it took me to the point of playing 2 to notice it, but that game has a really weird design decision they made to make it more streamlined, the combat. Where when enemies attack, a sound effect plays that goes swing, and that means they're attacking you. And the problem is that that sound effect is always the same distance from the attack's active frames. Right? So the enemy animations actually don't mean anything. I realized that you could actually play Bayonetta 2 with your eyes closed because she auto-targets enemies that are near her with her attacks. And if you hear the swing, you just dodge, you know, a split second after. You hear swing, you wait, dodge. It's always the same distance. Actually, it's kind of muscle memory to an extent, right? At a point, it reaches muscle memory levels. And so you just get whoosh time for free, no matter, you don't even look at the screen. And then mash till everything dies. And I was like, oh shit, that kind of took away a lot of the magic for me from that franchise. It's funny for me personally, 2 gave me a greater appreciation for the first game. Yeah, I kind of wonder if I went back and played the second Bayonetta, if I put on hard mode, if I would enjoy it more. Maybe just they made the normal mode easier. Or maybe I just didn't notice it in the first Bayonetta, that it was that way. But I felt like in the second game, they gave her more moves that, like, pull her toward her opponents. I call it the Kingdom Hearts 2 problem. That's the Kingdom Hearts 2 problem. When you have an action game that has buttons that pull you toward the opponent so that you don't really have to, like, consider, like, neutral at all. You just kind of button mash and then she kind of just floats around and kills things. And she had a lot of moves that had huge AoEs in the second game. Huge swiping attacks. And then, of course, she also got pulled toward her opponent, so it just kind of felt like button mashing compared to the first game. Never played 2, says Yoga Brain. I bought the 1-2 combo pack for Wii U and never got around to it, huh? Yeah, I'm going to play 2 again someday. I love the first game so much. It's one of those games that I played and unlocked like everything. It took forever. Maybe I should start trying more indie games. Problem is, they all kind of just look like Maple Stories as Dix. Well, you know, I watched Katie's stream today, Dix. Katie Alpha's stream. He was playing a thing called Blasphemous. Looked like it might be up your alley. There's this thing, I can kind of grab onto that. I guess I can't, huh? How to pronounce Lori Craft? Lori, Lori, or Lori? I say Lori. I say Lori. But technically it's Lara. Her name is Lara. Not Laura. Laura is something else. Her name is Lara. Lara Croft. Already played Blasphemous, though I don't have the expansion. I don't really care enough to get it, says Dixon. Dix, you play fucking everything, man. Didn't know that. How is this possible? How do you play everything? How could this be? What? What? Hey. Sky. Let me go along this trail over here. Blasphemous, it could have been awesome if it had better boss fights, as Joker Brain, huh? Yeah, I watched Katie play it today for the first time ever, and it was his first time playing it, I think. He seemed to be enjoying it. It looked cool to me. But I can see how it could have some shortcomings. Mainly because I don't watch cutscenes and don't take ages dicking around, huh? Just going horde. Just playing all these games speedrun style. It says Uncharted flashbacks. Shout out to Uncharted. Oh, there's more tombs here? Oh, cool. Why is it up in the sky? Is that a fucking glitch? Wee. Oh shit, Lori! There we go. Now we're talking. This game made me appreciate Uncharted more. Although I still feel, of course, not that I'm going to withdraw my criticisms of that game, but just that it had its own thing going on that was pretty cool. This game kind of lacks in some respects. Yay, grappling hook. This is more fun than Batman's grappling hook. Batman's is more like a utility that you need just for the gameplay to work in an essential, which is fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. This game, it's more of a flourish. It's fun. I guess just because you're too far from it. I hope so. Like, it didn't load in. That's kind of my thinking, too. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Oh. My thinking was that, yeah, because it hasn't, like, loaded in yet or something. Wee. So much fun. So much fun. Every game needs a grappling hook like this. Oh shit, you fucking grabbed it. I know she could do that. Makes sense, I suppose. Okay, so I think I'm on the right track. No, I'm going the wrong ass way. Okay. Literally just going the wrong way. Oh shit. I'm not Spider-Man after all. You actually walked right past it a few times on a previous stream, so I'm not surprised to hear that. Wait, where am I? Somewhere I could only get with the grappling hook? Is this part of the game? I mean, clearly not. I've been here before. But how did I get here before? I only had the grappling hook yet. Did I? Maybe I did have the grappling hook by this point. I did. I actually did, yes. I think. Well, can I go back? I was playing PUBG earlier with some friends, got killed by a guy named Putavius, and thought that shit was so funny I had to go take a shower. That's pretty strong. That's the entire anecdote, by the way, just thinking out loud, huh? Putavius. Guys, this game, at its peak, this game is really fun. I kind of wish, you know, they just re-examined their essential level design and the game flow and just let me do stuff like this more. Running and jumping and climbing. Yeah, I came from the other direction before. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going the wrong ass way in any case. I gotta go back this way. There's also an optional tomb around here. Glory! Oh shit, she fucking grabbed it after all. I want to go this way. I guess.
The water won't be safe to drink. Not until we clean the corpses.
Doesn't want to drink any corpse water? Come on, guys. What are you, fucking pussies? Let's get a little bit of corpse water. So is it over here? Or... I guess. I mean, kinda. Now, I cannot read this map for the life of me. I can't read this map. Monkey run. I think it's because there's, you know, there's multiple levels. You know, there's different heights. Tomb Raider, raiding tombs is optional. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. The optional tombs. Don't worry, Brandon. Oh shit! I feel like I'm too low. But I don't remember. I'm not sure where the route is up there. Yeah, I have no clue where that is. I can see that on my map. It's to my north, but again, it's not. That's what I find frustrating about this map. It's to my north, yes. But oftentimes, it's also up on a cliff. So I can't get there by going north. So is that it up there? Because I don't know how to get up there. That is it up there. Okay, let's go up there and get it then. Cross my fingers, I get a quiet night tonight and can just enjoy the stream. I hope so too, dude. I hope so too. I enjoyed that photo you put up on Facebook, Brandon. The kid's growing up so fast. I hardly believe it. It took me like 10 minutes to realize what you actually meant earlier. I apologize for being so dense, huh? Ain't nobody here more dense than your boy Vencabot. I know the denseness struggle. I'm denser than a neutron star. So I walked past this a million times, like Brian said. Brandon. There you go. Wish I could jump in and grab that with my grappling hook. Maybe I could. How many tombs are actually tombs in this game with a dead body? Actually, most of them, in this game's defense. But same time, you know, they're more like dungeons. They're more like dungeons, but at least most of them have, you know, it's almost like they were like, oh shit, we have to make this a tomb, because Tomb Raider. Throw some dead bodies in there. So usually, like, you know, there's like, usually like coffins and shit. Yeah, not literal coffins, but whatever you call those dead body shelves you find in some cultures. Shelf put a dead body on there. He was watching my stream without audio, and I was here talking to him for like 5 minutes, huh? It'd be understandable if I hadn't said no sound. No sound. Where am I going now? What am I collecting? Oh, there's also some coins up here. Give me these coins, man, before I go back. I like having coins. Hope some dogs want to fucking start some shit. These guys don't know about how much I love killing dogs. If they knew, they wouldn't come out and fight me. So is there a... Aha. Okay. Kind of the Vencabot, exaggerated lip readings, huh? Might be difficult without a face cam, but you can find a way. Oh! Bullseye. I thought it was gonna be good. I didn't feel she felt that fell that far. It's a cool hand. It is indeed, dude. It is indeed. Oh, that's glitched. Okay, well, at least it says I got the coins, but it's still sparkling. Stop sparkling! It's okay. Let it slide. My dad wants me to use my cam. I'm honestly quite apprehensive, says Connor, huh? Use your cam, Connor. For more reasons than one. For one, it makes the streams more engaging and people come by and watch more often. It's pretty cool if you're trying to, you know, stream, you know, as a thing. But also, it gives you a reason to get cleaned up and, you know, be more expressive with your face. It can make your day more bright. Are you beautiful? Are you beautiful? you ever seen the average Twitch streamer? How ugly could you possibly be, says Dick, son? Connor's a fucking hunk, dude. He's a gorgeous hunk of man meat. Okay, so there's still one more target to destroy as well. But I don't really fucking care. There's monolith and a coin cache. Let's go check out this monolith. Face cam makes the stream more interactive, says AJ, huh? Yeah, I feel that way too. Although, when I do a no-cam streams these days, which I do occasionally, I don't really feel like I'm missing out that much as a streamer, nor I think the audience doesn't seem to be missing out that much. But what I found when I turned the face cam on was that we got better viewership, and streams became a lot more fun. You know, I think that it's that next level, basically. It's next level. Like, if you feel like going from playing games by yourself to playing them on stream is a big adjustment, and it sure as hell is, then once you kind of put the face cam on, it's sort of that next level where it's one more thing for you to consider as a host. And it kind of, you know, it makes it feel more like you're actually out and about and doing stuff socially. I find it can be very rewarding for the soul that way. What's good, little bitch? You better fucking run. Where you gonna go? Where are you gonna fucking go? I'm not sure if you can kill animals in this game with your fucking pickaxes. Oh shit. There's an entire industry based around attracting viewers, huh? Step 1, be attractive. Step 2, don't be unattractive, okay. What's step 3? I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin a little at first, says Connor, huh? Well, that's a chicken or egg thing, Connor. It's a chicken or egg thing. You know, maybe the first step to doing that would just be to fucking turn the face cam on. Because if you're going to remain self-conscious, I don't understand how you're going to ever get the face cam on, you know what I mean? Like, the way that you become less self-conscious is to become more sociable. I'd just be wearing the Wi-Fi Kai mask as an option. That's an option, huh? Order some Wi-Fi Kai merch. I reckon a lot of people lip read too. Probably the same people that like subtitles. There's no way you could watch this stream and lip read. But your boy would be impossible to understand even when I'm actually, you know, using my words. You just put some effort into personal grooming and hygiene, and you'd already be a pretty big advantage as dicks. I was commenting about an earlier comment. I feel like if I were streaming, I'd just look up how they do male makeup for people on TV, huh? Sounds like it take a lot of time, though. Whee! Fucking monkey run, dude! Oh my god! It's so good. Oh, look at the cans! Oh, it's so early! Oh my! Oh, okay, fuck, too early. That was a good surely there's a 90% solution that would make you one of the most attractive people on Twitch, huh? The 90-10 rule. I'm right by the monolith. But where is it? Up there? Over there? Can I read you yet?
Some of the words have been scratched out, but it seems to be pointing towards something.
Like what? More coins? Got some more coins? Sure we do. Even up here. So what is up here? This is... I don't remember what the hell this is. Can I go there? It's to my right. Fucking monkey run, bitch. There's a tomb around here somewhere? Where? Up there. Again, I don't know where that is. I know it's north of me. That's all I know. I don't think it's around here, though. Or is it? I think I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Why do you think everybody on Fox News is so hot? It brings in the views, huh? That's true. That is true. But again, they're professionals. They're professionally hot. As somebody that has trouble getting the stream started here every day to halfway decent time, I can tell you that adding more time to your hygienic routine can definitely be a big commitment. Because if they aren't hot, all they have is dumb, huh? We get so much fun. That's so great. I'd argue that this probably has the lowest median income per hour of any job, huh? Twitch streaming? Of any job? I mean, honestly, maybe. Depending on, you know, how big your channel is. What's up, Ping Crimson? Gotta skip the shower so you have more time to game hard. Exactly, dude. Fucking game hard. Fuck showering, bro. Who showers before a tournament? Before Smash Bros? Nobody. So let's go this way. There is something up here. A survival cache. Time to get buff, says AJ, huh? For the viewership. And I fucking start working out. Go to the gym. Wear your mask, though, guys. Wear your mask. You think someone sitting in the middle of the pack is getting $8 in donos per hour? Assuming they do 0 workouts out of streaming? Probably not. Though smarter than the thirsty dude sending hundreds in a month, says 3Bench. Huh? Oh, I might buy the survival cache. Well, where is it? Let's market. Let's go to market. So you get hot and find your whales is cool, huh? Get mad hot. Okay. So let's see here. So I want this coin cache as well. Give me that. There's a tomb up here too, somewhere. I missed a lot of these tombs, man. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna work on myself a little bit more before I turn the cam on, says Connor, huh? Well, good luck, dude. What I found as a content creator and a creative person in general is that if you want to do this, this, and this, and this before you do a thing, then you're probably never gonna do the thing. You gotta do the thing first, and then now that you've done it, now you can kind of catch up. That seems to be much more effective to me. I found, you know, if I have to prepare in all these many ways,
none of our patrols are anywhere inside the old mine.
Why is that lucky?
then again, it's you're paralyzed by your preparation, basically.
Danger and uranium. Trust me, we don't want that job. So, how many of them survived in there?
Not many. Kate has wiped out most of them. Left the presence. And Sloth showed up.
I mean,
This is getting out.
nobody saw me do that just now? That's fucking sick. I'm here for that. Just fucking killing mad dudes right now. That's amazing. Monkey run. Ooh, way good. I love it, dude. I love it. Let's make this the whole game. Monkey run. There's 2 more guys over there, huh? Monkey run. Oh, this is great. This is a pleasure.
What was that?
Probably nothing.
Checking the bushes.
Check them. Good idea. I hear a guy behind me that I don't. Where is she, dude? Where is she? Oh my gosh. She thinks she's over there, maybe? Hope you're right. My fancy is Volcanair. My fancy is I hope I never see it coming, dude. Not sure what gets me off. The idea of dying instantly with no warning from a beautiful woman I never saw. Who's that? Check out the bushes. Let's make that the whole game. Stabbing guys in the neck. Take away all my guns. Take my guns. Let me stab guys in the neck. Don't worry, says Dix, huh? You already never see her coming. Wow, Dix. Wow, but you're right. You're right. Still, wow. I can't even loot this guy? That's the first time I've never been able to loot a dude. Let me loot this dude! I can't loot this dude? Oh, man. But I killed that dude. There's no spoils for killing that dude? That was my dude. Alright, so let's see here. So I wanna, there's coins over here, okay. Fucking dude raider age, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so where am I facing? Over there. There's something sparkling. Dig it up, girl. More coins, whatever the hell they're for. They're for buying things from the one shop that has like 3 things in it. Yay. Yay. At least there's some guys to kill. Can't take that for granted in this game, man. In this game, you gotta appreciate that shit. So up on the hill over here. What's up, Katie? Welcome aboard, dude. Dude, do you know that Dick Sucker already beat Blasphemous like 10,000 times through, he said? He's a young guy, dude. Are these pumpkins? Oh my... What the fuck? Why are there pumpkins here? They're nowhere else in the game? Smashing pumpkins? Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's fucking bull. They don't actually splatter? There's a pumpkin patch, bro. It's gotta be for an achievement, you would think, in this game. You guys don't know how hard it would be to throw a pumpkin that far. So it kind of still calls Uncharted Dude Raider. The 3-item shop is a staple of video game shops, huh? There's a pumpkin patch. What the fuck? Look at these fucking Jimmy vines. More like one time through, but Dick's like Salt and Sanctuary better, huh? If you buy the refinement tool from the shop, you'll be able to waste tons of salvage on upgrades. Oh, okay, that's a good idea, Brian. Welcome to Pumpkin Hill Zone. I guess we kind of are in Pumpkin Hill Zone. That's a really glitchy physics, though. It is for a challenge, said Brian. Yeah, it's like for an achievement. You can carry pumpkins in this game? How did I never know this? Yes. Can I splatter it? Is that the Chivo? I can put an arrow through it and it kind of sticks in there. Can I grab the pumpkin still? Oh, that's fucking godlike. Yeah, fucking just improvised a weapon. Aw. Thought I was an inventor for a second. Is the achievement to throw pumpkins into trees? Because I'm here for that. Look at this, guys. If you can do this in real life, if you can throw a pumpkin this high, I'll be so impressed. That'd be fatal right there. That'd be fatal. Okay, let's see here. Pumpkins are so heavy. You'll need survival instinct to see what to do with them, says Brian. Oh, okay. Well, I have this. I see pumpkins. Something over there is glowing. Something over there is glowing. Something over there is glowing. Want me to make cider or something? Okay. I'm here for this. Is the pumpkin hollowed or fully grown? It's fully grown, bro. This is a fully grown pumpkin right here. Sounds like it's godlike. A few more tries here. Beep, beep, beep. Come on, Katie. You think so, dude? Fucking stream it then, dude. Stream yourself throwing pumpkins. Next time I come out to fucking Texas Showdown, we'll do a pumpkin throwing stream. So I could throw that pumpkin. Haven't cider in years, huh? Why did I think cider? Ever hear pumpkin cider? I was too caught up in the autumn vibes. Because it's pumpkins, I was thinking cider. So we throwing pumpkins for sure, dude. Fucking 5 sure. Oh, leaves. You so silly. Oh, tossing gourds. 5 shots made. Well, I don't got no more gourds. Got a couple more gourds, but not enough, I don't think. Just hollow out the Zanzu. Can then throw it, no problem. Even then, dude, this high. Look how high you have to throw this fucking pumpkin, Zanzu. Look at the fucking height she hits. Oh my god. This is Lori pulls walls down Crafterson. They don't call her that for no reason. Because she do be pulling walls down. Look how many goddamn barrels there are. They're everywhere. Oh, that's gonna hit behind the back. It would have been sick. I'm not sure there's such a thing as pumpkin cider. I hope not. That sounds gross. I don't want to drink no pumpkin drink. Okay. So probably more gourds around here that I've been throwing around every which way. With reckless abandon. There's one. So it's kind of confused. They're still marked as being, you know, an unaccomplished objective, which is kind of frustrating. This one seems like it's going to be improbable. Hey, nice. Pumpkin beer. So it looks like maybe one of them respawns at least, if I don't look at it for a while. So there's more. There's one up there. And there's one also over here. If there is, I don't see it. There's at least one up there, though. So I gotta find one more barrel. Okay, I can throw a pumpkin up there and chase it, I suppose, if I have to. I may yet have to. I fucking love pumpkin. I'm so happy it's become a fad. I get every pumpkin flavored thing I can find. I like pumpkin too, in the pie form. I like pumpkin seeds as well. I'm not above it. This is gonna be surprisingly tricky, honestly, from this angle. Let's see if I can get a little bit over her, maybe. Oh shit! Lori, you dropped your pumpkin. It's a stout, says Katie, huh? I'm a basic white girl school, and I'm sure Dix was already typing it. He's like, you know what? I guess he already said it, so. I just give him the +1. Let's try to hit this thing from a distance. Again, it's not really ideal. Okay. Yes, it's not ideal. Pull it in, pull it in. About like that. Okay. So I gotta find the last barrel. Is that it over there? No, that's the bonfire. Where are the last open barrels? They're gonna be hidden somewhere. That's the way this game does it. Ow, fuck. That'll knock the wind out of you. Yeah, the pumpkins have been respawning. So 1, 2, 3. Who's ba-bing bing binging me? Oh, what a pain in the dick. St. Arnold has a brewery like 50 minutes from my house, huh? I've gone on a few tours and tried most of their stuff. Why are you so fucking classy, Katie? Why are you such a man of class? I gotta find open barrel thing. I wish I could just leave this fucking mode on. Just walk around and look for what's glowing. Wee. Day drinking is classy? It's fucking classy, dude. It's just mad classy. You guys go on a fucking tour to taste all the different liqueurs? That's pretty classy. Pumpkin stuff usually tastes like nutmeg and cinnamon to the dicks, huh? Is that true? Oh, yeah, when it's branded as being pumpkin-y, yeah. Can overdo it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Brewery tours are amazing, says Cool. I should try. You think so? Even though I don't drink? It might still be fun. Just go with all the friends and just, you know, enjoy the sights. That's gonna be cool, man. Pretty cool, says Katie, especially if they have an in-house kitchen. The food's better than you think. Now that I can get behind. Meow. Oh, these bastards. They did this on purpose. I know they did. I find that really frustrating. Something this game kind of does. This franchise kind of does. They'll give you a challenge. Then it's like, yeah, you can find all the shit. Except for the one shit you need. We're going to hide that in some really asinine place. So you can waste 10,000 hours looking for it, or you can fucking go look on the World Wide Web. It's very cute. Very, very cute. Let's look inside the cave. Not up there, maybe? My dad lives like 5 minutes from the Captain Morgan Brewery. You get really fucked up on that, huh? I prefer the waste time for looking for it, strat, says Brian. I might not do either. I'm not sure it's going to be 100% playthrough. Again, this shit really aggravates me, this design philosophy. Like, you would need to... No, maybe the map would tell you what the challenge is. I was gonna say, you need to fucking look at the strategy guide to even know in the first place you can throw a pumpkin into a fucking... What the hell? Into a barrel. But I guess they probably put it on the map for you. The challenge for that area. Yeah, fuck this. Let's keep on going. I don't have time for this bullshit. So we have another document. Let's look at this document. And it's her, where her facing is where I have to go. Whoa, the lighting. Whoa! If you're ever looking for people to play D&D or watch football with, go to a brewery tour. That's what the guys are hiding, huh? That's the fucking tech. So I got dislocated here. The exact same crowd, huh? It's like this building up on the hill. Okay. Can I climb this? No. What is this, a fucking platformer? I go inside the building. Is it this building? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it inside, or is it on the roof, or... I'm gonna go up there. I only went through here before. Maybe it's up on the roof. Didn't guys drop down from up there, though, when they were spawning in earlier? Meow. It's in a little room here. Meow. I gotta find a way into that spot. Oh, it's right here. Okay, it's the opposite of a room. So where are we at least to try? I don't know, dude. I don't know. This game's pace has really whacked me. I thought it was at the end of the game, and then the game was like, oh yeah, Jonah, he died, your boyfriend died. I was like, oh shit, for real? It's definitely the end of the game. And they're like, no, he's actually okay. I'm like, oh, okay, well, where are we in this game then? I don't know. I think we're at the end. But I'm not exactly sure. What's up, KG? Yeah, I have no clue. I think we're close to the end, or at least in the second half. I hope. Okay, so I also can go down here and find a tomb. Gotta explore, find the entrance. Well, can I just teleport to this fucking base game? Because honestly, I don't actually want to figure out how to get over there. You'd think having a map, I could just get over there. But actually, can I not do that and just teleport there? Just because I feel like there's going to be 10,000 walls and cliffs between me and there? Alright. Here we go. I'm going to go over there. Congrats, you have just completed the tutorial. Remember the skills you've learned to survive the world ahead of you. Honestly, that wouldn't be the worst if only that meant that the world ahead of me would actually take advantage of all my skills. I feel like something that both this and Uncharted both needed was, like, you know, more going on mechanically. And if they actually were to be like, oh, this is a tutorial, now you can actually play the real game, and the actual real game is going to be actually use all your stuff, that'd be fun. Getting a vaccine shot tomorrow, boys. We fucking made it, KG. Congrats, dude. Congrats. You also survived it, dude. You survived it once. New bow available, Grim Whisper. Why? Did I unlock it from some treasure chest? So I want to go down to here. There we go. Yes. Yeah, dude. Old COVID lung, no more. Fuck a COVID lung, dude. That was a crypt bow. Okay, so I got that bow from a crypt. Or a part of it, or the whole thing, or something. Just explorating. Finding treasure. Feeling like by the end of the game, perhaps. Yeah, our boy Jonah. This game's fucking thing with Jonah. I think it's a really good microcosm of this game's, you know, weaknesses in terms of the writing. One thing I find very weird about the way they handled Jonah. He's a character that was not in this game at all. He wasn't in the game. He was in the game's intro cutscene, and that was it. And then he basically fell off the face of the earth. Like we were exploring a frozen mountain together, and then I got separated from him, and then for like 20 hours, he was nowhere in the game. And then he reappears like, hey, Laura, I fucking, you know, your homies picked me up out of nowhere in the field. They found me in the snow, and now I'm back in the game. I was like, who the hell are you? Who are you again? I'm Jonah, I'm your homie. Oh, okay, that's cool. So you're going to be a character now? He got kidnapped by the bad guy literally 5 minutes later. Literally. Like, he had one cutscene where he said, hi, I'm back, and he was kidnapped again. And then I saved him again, and he got kidnapped again 5 minutes later. And then he got killed, and I was like, oh shit, this boy's fucking dead. And they're like, no, he's gonna come back to life now. Like, in the same cutscene. In the same cutscene where I found out he was dead, they were like, no, he's actually fine. Like, what? And they're like, dude, we gotta, your friends, you thought he was dead, but actually he can survive with our tribal magic, but we gotta get him to this other camp. You know, our friend Jacob was gonna heal him. I'm like, oh shit, okay, let's fucking go. Then the cutscene ended. I presumed I would be running toward the other camp to kind of, you know, bring him there. But no, the next cutscene started, we were already at the other camp, and he was already healed. It's so fucking bizarre. So I gotta find this tomb, or this crypt, or whatever it is. It's got a hidden entrance. I don't understand what's going on with this game. And the pacing of it. I don't even know why this game even needed to have Jonah in it. Like, I feel like Jonah's function in this game is totally pointless, considering that all the things I have to do to save him are things I would have done anyway. Like, the point before he showed up in the plot out of nowhere, the whole point was, we gotta find the MacGuffin, right, before the bad guys do. And that really hasn't changed. It's like they just kind of tack on this thing where I have to save Jonah just to add more length to the game. Like, it doesn't actually change anything. Losing the gameplay doesn't actually break the story, it just makes it bad, says Cool Ann. Just take that part out and have us teleport with a cutscene to the next area where Jonah is magically healed. Yeah, I guess that's what I really don't get. I'm complaining about, you know, the fact that Jonah's function in this game is pretty, you know, weird. But I guess what I'm really complaining about is the fact that it doesn't change, like, it has no impact on the game's story, it seems. Like, why is he even here? The whole game was fine without him ever being here. He wasn't here for the whole game. Now he's suddenly here. He never needed to be in the game. If all his whole function is just to fucking get kidnapped so we can rescue him in a little side mission, basically. And then he gets kidnapped again. Like, what? Like, imagine if you were playing a fucking Zelda game, and you're trying to stop Ganon, and in the middle of it, it's like, oh, by the way, Zelda got kidnapped. You're like, oh shit, we gotta save the princess. Then you go save her, then she gets kidnapped. As soon as you save her, she's kidnapped again. Then you go save her again, and then she fucking dies. And this is like in the middle of the quest. And then basically just go back and fight Ganon anyway. That would normally be put, toward the start of the plot, right? Usually the princess gets kidnapped at the start. Then your whole goal is to rescue her. Not in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a other totally unrelated story. A princess gets kidnapped. Oh, we gotta go save her ass. What? Johnson Square, dude. Johnson and Johnson. Keeps getting the Pfizer, huh? I'm sorry, Link, but Zelda's in another castle. Yeah, again, it's kind of a bad example in my case because, again, in Zelda and Mario, right, the princess getting kidnapped is the motivation for the game. That's what I find weird about this. That was never this game's motivation until recently, and even then, it's a motivation for like all of 2 seconds. You save him, he gets kidnapped, you save him, he gets killed, you save him, and now I'm just back to whatever I was doing. Oh shit, Lori! I just realized this game doesn't have that same trope the last game had. Remember in the last game, she was constantly falling over herself, like every single cutscene? This game kind of dialed it back, like they realized that was kind of subject of parody. Not for you normies anyway. I gotta get the hookup on that earlier. Did you, Katie? Did you buy it on the black market? I have a friend who got some black market vaccines. And I think she was distributing them. He made it himself? Oh, for real? The chef? KD the chef? That's where I came from, I think. Yeah. Windex and mystery ingredient. Oh, okay. Yeah, the fucking Donald Trump plan. Oh, that's a felony, man. What, fucking selling black market vaccines? Come on, dude. It's bleach, okay. The secret ingredient is bleach. So I can go over the water if it would make me happy. That's something I probably am going to have to. Huh? Now, if you had me design this game, I would have the exact opposite gameplay flow. Right? This game has a thing where it's very linear, and you can find Zelda-style dungeons, but only if you look really hard. I would have the opposite, where it's an open world, and the Zelda dungeons are very obvious. You just find them, and you explore them. Like, put your strong foot forward. This is the best parts of the game. Why are they so hidden? Why are they the optional part? It seems bizarre. Why do you have an optional gameplay that is nothing like your game's core gameplay? And the optional part is the good part, and then part of what makes it so optional is it's so hidden. You gotta hide the good stuff really, really, really well. Oh my...
Some kind of burial chamber.
This is the optional content, guys. This is not even required. You know, this whole game has very rarely given me a sense of wonder like that, of finding a cool place, and being thrilled with the prospect of exploring it and finding some treasure inside. And every time it has happened, it's been in the optional dungeons. And every time it has happened, in an optional dungeon, I've had to fucking find that dungeon by looking under a fucking rock. It's just sick. It's bleach.
A basket made of silver. Certainly meant to be decorative, but someone's been using it to carry grain.
Okay, what are you guys' theories on the lore here? What's the lore here? They're never going to explain that, I don't think. Apparently somebody had a silver decorative basket. Never heard of such thing in my life. But they're using it to store stuff anyway, like a regular basket. He says squatters, bro. Look at this shit!
Magnificent.
This is fucking sick! Can you imagine a game like this, where you could explore an open world and find cool places like this? And that was like the actual core of the game? It'd be like some fucking Ico shit, but with modern gen graphics. It'd be like Shadow of the fucking Colossus, but with actual dungeons. Because they didn't want to force the casual players to have to solve the tomb puzzles to finish the game. Brian, that's really good insight. I didn't even think about that, dude. That's why, right? I don't think that, you know, for a gamer like me, that's not, you know, a good reason, but that is the reason. I asked, like, why would you do that? That is exactly why. You're right. I was like, why would you do such a thing? And that's exactly why. It's a way to... What? Okay. It's a way to not have to force people to solve puzzles, which is something that casuals notoriously hate. Dude, games were hard as fuck back in the day, though, says KG, huh? People still ate that shit up. That's true, but how many people, KG? Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's not really fair to say, I don't think, KG. People ate it up, yeah. I mean, some people did. But look at the industry now. They have a much broader appeal, a much broader demographic, and that's what they want. That's how they make their money. Why is... I don't understand, but I don't just go into the water. Oh, because it's a very fast flow. Fucking killed my ass. First time in the whole game they've actually had a fast flowing water. The reason the industry is 50 times the size now, yeah, exactly. Okay, so listen, dude. Min-max or get the fuck out. Thank you, KG. Thank you. But yeah, games have to appeal to a broader audience now than they had to back in the day. I think back in the day there was sort of accepted that games would only appeal to video gamers. And now everybody's a video gamer. It's a pretty popular form of entertainment. It is cool. I'm glad. I also think that, you know...
Someone broke into this place in the dead of night. They filled their pockets with coin, turned over...
I also think that... I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong. I was gonna say that maybe what draws people to a game is not what people think it is. You know, there's this argument going on in the fighting game community, right? In fighting games. And that is whether or not making fighting games simpler or easier is actually constructive to selling more fighting games in the long term. And the argument goes like this, and I think it's pretty fair. And that is that casuals, it's not that they want the games themselves to be simpler, they just want them to look better and to have more single player content. You know, to have content that's not competitive. Okay, this is gonna snap in a minute here. So now my fucking boat's gonna go bye-bye. I should have probably stayed on the boat and shot this afterward, huh? Yeah, because I think that, you know, we make a game simpler. I guess the argument is this, right? The argument for fighting games being made easier is that you want these guys to play your game and play it for a long time so they can buy the DLC, right? So you make it more accessible for them. But the thing is that people have theorized that no matter how easy you make a fighting game, it's never going to appeal to a non-fighting game player that way, because they are going to always be competitive. You're going to always lose.
We may be far from our home.
Right? No matter how easy the game is, no matter how simple you make it, you're going to always lose somebody if you don't fucking sit down and learn how to play. And so, you know, historically, as someone myself who used to buy games casually, like fighting games casually as a kid, I used to love fighting games. I never played them against other people. I bought them and I played them a lot in single player. And, you know, I would buy the ones that were the prettiest or otherwise, you know, had an aesthetic that appealed to me. I guess what I'm trying to get at here is games like Lorecraft, Tomb Raider, you know, do they really need to be simpler as a way to appeal to casual gamers? Does that actually help in the way that people seem to think it helps? Or is it just the fact that it was marketed with that AAA marketing? I don't know. Like, I feel like these same gamers that, you know, enjoy these games that are relatively simple, I think they would also enjoy a game that was a little more involved. Maybe. Maybe. The lore behind all the fancy gold and silver trinkets you find has been repurposed to basic tools, and because part of the thing with Jacob and his people, that they gave up wealth and fancy shit after their Golden City Gazette got destroyed. Okay, I see. Thank you, Brian. Oh no. Oh no. No! The easier the game is, the more they get from their investment, right? Take 3S, for example. Your payoff is way down the line when compared to, say, Street Fighter 5. I don't know, though, Katie. I mean, on the one hand, Third Strike is a much more involved game than 5, but I think the problem with Third Strike in terms of attracting an audience is not that the game itself is more complex, it's the fact that the players of it are more developed, right? Like a game like Street Fighter 5, you have ranked, where you can play against guys your own skill level, which you don't have in Third Strike. Yeah, exactly, KG. Yeah, you play Tier 5 in 20 years, and you know, I'm sure the guys there are gonna fucking body you day one too. I don't know. I think Third Strike would have that same early reward if you were playing against guys your own skill level and ranked instead of lifers. Here we go. As long as the shortened experience is enjoyable, I see no problems with Revenge. Subliminal. Oh, that's actually not cranking. Oh. Oh. Sounds like gonna pull me in. Whoa! Can I climb on this rope? Maybe I can climb in. She can climb other ropes. I hope I can climb on this rope. I'm about to fucking do it right now. Lori! Lori, grab the rope! You grab all the ropes! What's up, Drinka? What's the completion percentage on Tomb Raider? I think we're probably like close to 70% now. I think we're hoping we're gonna beat it next week for sure. It's my expectation. God, I hope so. So there's a boat. Can I pull this boat toward me? This one's got a crank on it. It's a different kind of boat, I guess. But yeah, MapleStory PvP streamer. Maybe I will. I use Server 5 because I've heard Killskate and Spike specifically mention how easy it is for them to get wins in that game despite putting little to no effort time into the game. Yeah, again, I've seen Killskate stream of Street Fighter 5. He doesn't fight anybody that's good in Street Fighter 5. And that's because, again, he's playing in ranked where he's fighting guys his own skill level. He's not very high ranked. And I think that's the problem with Third Strike in terms of growing its audience. It's not that the game is too hard. It's that when you go on Fight Cage, you're fighting guys that know how to play Third Strike. Whereas on Street Fighter 5, you can fight guys all day that don't know how to play Street Fighter 5. They're very easy to beat, I'm sure. So just get good enough at 5, then you'll fight good people as dicks. Yeah, exactly.
They embalm their dead.
Exactly, that's my point. My point is that, you know, I think Street Fighter Third Strike's problem is not that it's too complex of a game to draw in casuals. I think that the problem is that you don't get to fight other guys your skill level early on. You don't get those wins early on, not because the game itself is hard, because the guys you're fighting are more experienced than they would be in other more popular fighting games. Such a cool-ass area. I mean, Street 5 is fucking easy.
A golden chalice.
But, you know, I don't think that that's, you know, as big a part of why it's popular as people might assume. Sounds like typical connection versus skill matchmaking arguments. So basically we're talking, Dicks, about whether a game's simplicity is actually a huge draw. And I'm trying to extrapolate an argument from the FGC, you know, into something like Tomb Raider. Anatomic knowledge. Sense the location of animal hearts when using survival instincts. Okay, so I can get, it's like a headshot for an animal, but the headshot doesn't count, I guess. But animals like bears are immune to heart attacks? Then what's the fucking point? Are you fucking joking? What a fucking... This game's upgrades are ridiculous, dude. Did I not even think about that from a game design perspective? Why would I want to heart shot a goddamn boar or a deer? You want to heart shot the goddamn bears and the fucking pumas, but they're immune because they have thick hides, I guess. Well, awesome. GG. It's also a game where even a slight difference in skill can mean a huge gap with KD, whereas it's probably not true in easier/simpler fighters. Slight difference in skill can mean a huge gap. Maybe. But again, I really feel like, having watched Killsuke's stream, I feel like that game is probably no different in the sense that, you know, that once you take that first step to learn how to play, there's a huge difference in skill. The guys that were bopping my dude Darian, and the guys he was bopping in return, were guys that if you knew the first thing how to play, it would be a very different experience. But it doesn't have SBMM, as in shit, I don't know those players and you'll get moved up, huh? Whereas 5 dead too. No, 5's got plenty of players. So I got a thing. I don't want to die now, though. That's the other thing. I can shoot that and crank myself over that way. I want to get behind that waterfall if I can. Please don't die, Lori. I wasn't looking where I was jumping. That was my fault. Meow. What the hell? Oh shit, it's gonna snap. Ah! No, Lori! Oh my god. 5 is whack though, and 3 is the best. That's true. That's true. Yeah. People Katie's saying is that in a game like 5 you can scrub around for longer. But I can people scrub around in Third Strike for literally fucking 15 years at a time. You can go on Fightcade and find people that are definitely not that ambitious in terms of getting stronger in the game. And they'll get bodied all the time by strong players and have no problem with that. I don't know, man. Crank it, Lori. Crank it for your life! Oh my god. So there's a way out. Maybe I'm not taking the right way out. I think it's an issue for Third Strike in that you don't get a choice. But in the case of popular games with decent rank systems, you will eventually progress up unless you purposely circumvent those dicks, huh? There's that too. Okay, I see. Thank you for the somewhat early entertainment. Good night, Brain. Hopefully, your workday goes okay. Godspeed, sir. Drive safe. Drive safe. Be safe. Stay safe. Okay, where is this? Where the hell am I now? Did I walk past that earlier? You want that 50% win rate, though, don't you? If you fight people at your level, you'll be at 50%. I don't know, 5 is going to try to push you towards that 50% win rate. Third Strike has no safety net quite like that. No, but yeah, I feel like you guys are conflating, you know, unrelated systems, right? It's not that, okay, we're talking about Third Strike being a more complex game versus Street Fighter 5 being a simpler game. Street Fighter Third Strike would have that same 50% push if there were thousands of players playing it in ranked. Right? It's not that you get a more, you know, 50% wins in ranked because you know, it's a simpler game. You're getting that 50% because you're fighting guys your same skill level as you would in any game where you have thousands of players playing in ranked. I think you do, but that's why Third Strike is tough to sell, says Revenge. Yeah, I think that, you know, in Street Fighter 5, yeah, it's true. Compared to other fighting games out there that are, you know, much less populated, you can, you know, go on Third Strike and it's very hard to get any wins. Is that because 3S is a harder game? You know, to an extent, yes, because in Third Strike there's a very high skill ceiling. So the strongest player you fight in 3S is going to just perfect you over and over again. But I also think it's going to be the case in Street Fighter 5 when you first start, at that very delicate, you know, that delicate phase where you're first starting. Could I have skipped to the end of that dungeon? Came in and saw people were talking about matchmaking and wanted to bitch too, says Dix. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, that's a very valid point as well. In this case, you know, I think that when you say, I can't play Marvel 2, right? I can't play Marvel 2 because when I boot up Marvel 2, I get instantly killed by a huge-ass combo, right? By an enemy team that I don't understand. I don't even get one hit off where I get instantly killed. You know, I'd say that a part of that problem is that game is you know, again, a very high skill ceiling. But the biggest part of that problem is that the fact that you go into a game like Marvel 2 and the first person you fight is going to be that person. Because it doesn't have, you know, thousands of players playing it in ranked. Look at the thing for the Rage Game, mode up on board, guys. We're talking about fighting games and complexity. And do fighting games need to be simpler to appeal to a casual audience? Or do they just need, you know, more single-player content and fancy graphics and good marketing? I'm not convinced either way. But I'm leaning toward the fact that, you know, I grew up in, you know, playing fighting games, and it's not that they were simple that drew me in. It's just that, you know, they had good graphics and good single-player content. I really didn't care about competition. I also think that, you know, if you're playing in ranked, you're going to fight guys that are not going to necessarily buy to you for free anyway. And if they do, then simplifying the game is probably not going to change that. Maybe not for interest in initial introduction to the game, but retainment? I would think the easier game would probably be more effective at that, since it's more rewarding for less work. Yeah, I definitely think you can get further in Street Fighter 5, or let's say you can get deeper, you can get closer to the skill ceiling in 5 sooner, right? That's true. But is that better for retainment? Or is it worse for retainment? I guess we'll see in 20 years who's still playing 5, right? If I had to guess, I'd probably say fewer people than are playing Third Strike. I think that, you know, for retainment, you probably want to have something that's always more to reach for. Not less to reach for. There's a little fucking little hole there. Mushrooms? Because yeah, it's true that you're probably gonna, without as much work, get closer to the end in Street Fighter 5 than you will in Third Strike. And so that means that, you know, you have that sense of, like, having won, you know, which is definitely very rewarding. But will that mean people are going to buy more of your DLC going forward? I don't know. Depends on how long you want that retainment, right? For the duration of support for the game, at least, right? Yes. At least. I mean, pretty much, that's all you want. In fact, it could be argued, Katie, they actually don't want people to keep playing your game. Like, Third Strike, this is an argument I've heard made before on 3S Junkies. Third Strike really doesn't do anything for Capcom but cut into their sales, right? Because people are playing 3S instead of playing their current Street Fighter. So really, you want for them to stop playing before your next game comes out. It's all about the skins. They just want your money, says Lesson Zero. That's true, too. Games like CSGO are still massive, and a big part of that good matchmaking and making up for the relatively steep learning curve, says Dix. That's true. That is true. That's a good comparison to make. Like, why is CSGO still so popular compared to a game like Third Strike? Why are people still playing CSGO this many years later, but they're not playing Third Strike in the same numbers? Because there's one Street Fighter 6. I don't know, man. I thought that was going to come out here, but I guess there's more DLC for 5 coming out still, after all. Okay, so that was a fun little dungeon. I guess I got everything here except for this fucking, these pumpkin, these gourds. And these targets. I got some more coin caches unlocked. Let's go grab some more coins. Fuck it. Maybe, but then they keep repacking their old stuff on new gen systems, a la 30th. Yeah, that's true. But I think we can all agree that that's not, you know. Well, I mean, all right. Let me put it this way. Man, I spoke too soon, right? Does Third Strike really cut into Capcom sales at all? Like, does people still playing 4 cut into their 5 sales? No, because people that play 4 bought 5. People that play Third Strike bought 5, right? So really, I guess I was wrong when I said that having retention that lasts beyond the life of your game, you don't really cut into the sales of your next game like that much, or probably it's probably an insignificant number, right? I mean, I'm sure you probably do literally cut in by like some extremely small margin, but not significantly. Part of the Street Fighter problem would be that the player base getting split, since it had both sequels and re-releases, I'd assume. Yeah, there's that too. The casual players probably move on, and casual players are needed for new players to get in. Yes. Yes. I want to go here. Whereas Counter-Strike hasn't really had that many other games after CSGO, right? So it's don't have that same problem with the community getting split. As Street Fighter games do. How does CSGO make their money? Just selling new copies of CSGO? Or do they have some kind of microtransactions? Like Brian said, you kind of just get a one-way door at that point. People leave, but nobody really joins anymore. Yes. Did Brian say that? I missed a message at some point. It's got a pretty big skin market. Okay. Fucking red light district. I want to go that away. Oh yes, it's lesson 0. More skins. More skins. Welcome aboard, bro. The game itself is free. Oh. If forwards an indication, the casual market just wants whatever's hot and new, says Katie. I didn't say that, but I was referring to whether you could have skipped to the end of that tomb, huh? Oh, that's funny. That's actually hilarious. Yeah, I remember that message now. Dix is so metaphorical, dude. I'm wondering why Brian just tossed in a random comment and nothing else with Dix. Dix is so fucking metaphorical. It's a pretty beautiful spot. Never been here before, I don't think. Oh yeah, I have. There's that cave there. This is so great, guys. You guys are the best, man. Sometimes I get fucking sentimental thinking about how this channel has grown over the years. The fact that we just fucking turn this game on and turn the fucking OBS on and just have such great conversations about such interesting shit. I'm a really lucky dude. Okay, let's check out more of these coin caches. I'm gonna say cache until Dix fucking punches me in the mouth. This is my bait to get Dix to come here and hang out with me. He has to come here to punch me in the mouth. I keep saying cache. So where am I going after all? I'm gonna go all the way across the way. That's right by that house where that quest giver is. Monkey Run. We're gonna Monkey Run all the way there. Seriously, is it underrated, guys, when games put in a goofy-ass mechanic like this? Like, all it takes for this game to go up at least 1 point in my review, the Vencabot review, is this fucking Monkey Run. It's so stupid. Flip it, Oni Ramen. If the developers knew how much more fun this game would be by including this Monkey Run, they'd put it in every single game.
Your father.
Look at it. Look at it!
Hello.
It's so fucking good. It's just one animation they happen to put in incidentally for her dodge roll mechanic. But it means you can monkey run through the whole game. If it would make you happy. And for me it does. For me it really does make me happy. Monkey Run. Good night, KG. Good luck getting your shot, dude. Congrats. In advance. Monkey Run. Ooh, if you get that fucking just the right timing to cancel it as early as possible, it's so satisfying. Oh, that was so early. Oh my. Ooh, I got a little antsy there. I really want to push out early. I can press it. The skill-based movement, dude. Ape, no fight ape. Exactly, dude. If I was doing this monkey run and someone the enemy's using it as well, I wouldn't fucking shoot him. Is there still room for improvement to Geothermal games, or has it reached its peak? Next question. Next question. Yeah, fucking, I think people can agree that 5 is pretty ass, mechanically. And in terms of Street Fighter Third Strike, yeah, it can still be improved, probably. Now, here's a better question. Here's a question, how about this? Exactly, KD, exactly. It could theoretically get better, but it's very low probability. So here's my question. Is there anyone on Earth that has the insight, the skill, the patience, the wisdom to make a game better than Third Strike? Based on my experience at the game industry, I would say no. Yeah, as a lifelong gamer, having seen the industry from the outside, I would say no. It seems like very often, as we talked about on last stream, very often, good games are created good by complete accident. Because nobody in the industry knows how to fucking make a good game. It seems, right? It seems that there are very few times where you have a certain dev that you love, and they always put out great games, and they don't go to an interview later on and say, oh yeah, that was a fucking accident, man. Yeah. That was, we're just bullshitting around. Oh shit. Let me find his heart. So I can't not even shoot it. Jesus. Hold that shit. Everything has room for change might mean improvement for some people, says Dix. I literally just shed a tear. The return of Hold That on PS4 30th, huh? What? Hold That playing on 30th? That's cool. Let me design 6, says Dix. All they need to do is make it MapleStory, and they're set, huh? Make it in MapleStory. Make it play more like MapleStory. That's what 346 needs. It needs fucking hats. I can't believe that, considering where Capcom has gone the last few years, you still can't buy hats. Couldn't make that jump. I really had to use my my grapple. Probably hopped on because somebody asked him to, huh? Oh, hold that. Yeah, it could be. Although I hear that the next level guys are got a Discord, got a Fight Cave lobby going. It's pretty cool. One of the private lobbies. I love jumping on shit in this game. So let's see if I found that thing. Did I not dig that thing up yet, or did I? Looks like maybe I did dig it up. Dig it up, dig it up, dig it up. What is this? Another tomb? So this is the base camp. This is the little village. This is the way around the outside. Oh, it's that place. Oh, okay, let's go to that. I know where that is. Let's make a lot of Mesos with that idea, huh? Why not make MapleStory like they do in Lego games, huh? Why not make everything MapleStory like they do in Lego games? That's a good idea. Apples. Like MapleStory fucking Tomb Raider? Oh, word, Apples. Hold that to man of the people. He really is, yes. He really is. MapleStory Sonic? I fucking play that shit. Oh, man. Hola! 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 So good. It's so good. Come on, Toshi. You're so good. Sonic Story? Sonic Story. Ooh, the monkey run. Sometimes you get that fucking roll. I feel like I hit it. Must be like just a frame or two early. Sometimes I feel like I get that roll. Like I hit it so late, I'm still getting the roll. Like why? How did that roll? A little bit too late, a little too early, just by a little smidgen. See, that's really early. Look at how early I'm getting that one. There's the roll, too early. Maple Spinball? Ooh. So here's where I gotta go. Couldn't get in here before, I think. I need some kind of gizmo. Like that one guy. That one troll guy. What's his name? Maple 3D Spinball? Dude, they should make a sequel to Spinball. And that would actually be good. Can you guys imagine that? What if in the year 2025 we had Spinball 2? All these years later, and it was fucking godlike. There's no reason why Spinball should have been asked. It's a good idea. The gameplay could have been really fun. In fact, I think I've never played another pinball game that had that same sort of appeal as Spinball does, right? Like it's like an actual adventure. Like Spinball, for all of its flaws, compared to most pinball games, actually felt like an actual adventure. I don't know why other games could have done that. Oh, it already happens in this. Let me see what this is. What we got here? USA Pinball HD World Tour. God bless America. I'm getting ads for gacha games now. Oh my god! Oh, it's MapleStory. Let me fast forward here a little bit. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Guys, let's play MapleStory. Seriously. I said 2 dicks. One was trash. Apples, you only feel that way because you were godlike it too. Go back to new gun bounds, dicks. Apples had that fucking minigun in too. She was unstoppable. This is fucking beautiful. Beautiful. It's a pack. I like MapleStory 2 as well. Like, I'm really salty that it just got taken offline all so fast. I mean, I wonder why. I guess they're just making too much. Here's my guess, right? They're making too much money off MapleStory for it to be worth it. Like, I'm sure that. Oh shit! I'm sure that you know that 2 was probably making some money for them, but compared to the compared to like the development cost of 1, I'm sure 2 just cost too much to develop when they're making so much money with 1 still. Let's play MapleStory. Every 14-year-old in 2004. Guys, I got a good idea. Let's just fucking play MapleStory. Come on, Lori. Get together, girl. Let's fucking get mapling. Why are we not mapling right now? Why are we not maplers? That 14-year-old in me would never play MapleStory with apples. What would you be playing? Fucking Zhao Zhao on Newgrounds. Shoot President Trump. I hit square. I guess I didn't get the chance to hit square there. MapleStory 2 was too different from 1 in content for people that want to move on, and nobody would willingly play MapleStory 2 otherwise. Maybe you're right, Dix, honestly. I mean, seriously. It was very different in its feel. I think that content-wise, it felt very similar to me, at least at a low level. It was, to me, just felt like the same game, but 3D. But I think that people wanted that 2D, right? They just wanted it to be... If they made it 2D, probably would have done better, right? Missed out on all that MapleStory goodness is KD. She actually missed out. Oh, she did play with us on stream. The second game, anyway. What did who say, Coolin? Probably something whack like Mario or Zorlda, huh? Nah, not apples, dude. Not apples. She's playing something in the browser. She didn't play the first game, she liked the second one, huh? That could be. At 14 says boot camp. I was just playing Alpha 3, MVC2, CVS2, and Tetris, huh? I never fuck with fighting games myself until way later in life. You guys that got a head start on fighting games, that's why you guys are so fucking godlike. Whee. Especially 2D fighting games, man. I always felt like they were too hard. I like 3D ones better because they're slower. I think that was the appeal. On an unconscious level.
Back there.
What do you mean something's back there? Like an animal? Like a monster? Like a Lechucrabra? Like Bigfoot or what? A Dracula, maybe? Treasure? Okay. Dig it up. He was playing Alpha 3 at 15, huh? Alpha 3. Well, I've been kind of curious about Alpha games. But I watch Alpha 3 and I see all the V's and stuff and I'm like, not for me, dude. I ain't trying to fucking juggle no guy for 30 minutes straight. I like how you start with full bar, though. I thought it gives me great pleasure.
Careful.
This is an optional dungeon? How much work they put into this? It's so much... All of them are so much prettier than the main game. Isn't that weird? They're always way prettier than the main stuff. So I can actually turn this around, huh? I can turn where this thing goes. This fucking dead guy's sitting here. How the hell did he die, do you think? His head is still erect. He's just fucking chilling. Look how casual he looks. That boy was vibing too hard for too long. And he got fucking mummified. That's what happens, dude. That's a fucking warning story. What? Oh, I already put one in there. Okay. But I can't draw... I can't attach a line to it. Okay, well, looks like I've not been over there yet. That's something for me to do over there, huh? Let's look at this first. I can crank this and turn this thing somewhere else if I wanted to. I can turn it between this route and what? There's nothing else here. Or so it would seem. That's a death pit. For no reason, but to give me something to jump over, which is great. I love that. I love jumping over shit. Let's zoom in on this. Very pretty. Oh, with real lighting and shit, it's actually reflective? That's so nice. That's so nice. Just slap it. Look out for traps. Might carry some traps. Oh shit, what the fuck? These guys are all fucking dead from getting starved to death, I guess. In these...
Forced to prey.
In these, what do you call these things? Play the next game just for the ray tracing, huh? What, you can't, loser. Dix, we're gonna play something way more fun than the next game. I have a theory on why nobody knows how to make a good game anymore, though. Why is that, Katie? Why is that? Because it's too much work and that's not what sells games? That's what I think. I think there's still good games coming out. I just think that AAA games are, you know, typically not the most, you know, well-designed. Again, you could argue that they are the most well-designed just for a different audience. I'm inclined to not feel that way personally, but there are those that I think very, very reasonably argue that. Very reasonably, but I think it's mostly because we figured out that that's not what makes games sell, how good they are. What makes games sell is the marketing and the graphics and that sort of thing. That's what people buy games for. Whether or not they like the game afterward, that's a whole different thing. But it doesn't really matter at that point. You just want to sell that game. The games you grew up on were made by Japanese people, and so as soon as Americans moved on the market, boom, games suck, huh? Coincidence? I think not. Katie, I got some bad news for you, bro. Japanese games are ass! They're at least as ass as American games are. In fact, we saw in the PS2 era, or you know, late PS2, early PS3, we saw the Japanese market mimicking American games just because they had to get out of a rut they were in, man. Those games were all ass in that era. I loved Japanese games growing up. But the Japanese we saw in, you know, late PS2, early PS3, they just didn't know how to fucking make a game. No better than anybody else did. In fact, there was those that argued that, you know, the Americans, the Western developers, had a better idea of where to go next with gaming. And I think that we saw a lot more quality titles in that era from Western devs. Well, I can turn this to get past this little block here. Did you decide on what games you're going to try for the new schedule? Not yet, Dix, although I'm leaning very heavily toward this idea that I'm having. I think I mentioned it on the last stream, called Gacha Wars. I'm leaning heavily toward it, but I'm not sold on it yet, completely. To answer your question, no, not at all. It's still up in the air completely. Basically, I'm thinking about doing like a game show sort of thing. Something here is like jammed, I think. Will Gacha Wars get you viewers? Do people watch gacha games? People do watch gacha games, yes. Although, I'm not sure if they watch them here in the West. So part of this impetus for this idea, Dix, was going on Twitch, looking up gacha games and saying, whoa, people are watching hella gacha games. Like hella gacha games. And you know, there's a good splay between like people watching the top streamers and those that are watching small channels. They seem very, very promising in that respect. But I was watching at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, I was checking the views at 6 in the morning, right? And I was like, oh, it's probably not gonna be the same in, you know, 6 p.m. But it might be similar-ish, right? But no. I checked later at 6 p.m. and no, there was not a lot of gacha viewership. I think it's just Koreans watching it for the most part. So that's one reason why I'm kind of on the fence about the idea.
I don't want to get in the way of this thing.
Because I kind of saw that the viewership was really not blowing up for gacha in this time slot. Doesn't mean it wouldn't work for us, for our channels to grow a little bit. But yeah, that's sort of one of my hesitations. My other hesitation is just like you said, Skinner. The other hesitation is that it takes a lot to kind of learn a gacha game. Although I do think, based on my own very limited experience with gacha, I do think that with the way my plan is engineered, it would give us enough time to get a good sense for these individual games. If not, you know, learn them completely. Because they often take a long time to get the more interesting stuff, yeah. Fuck time, says Dix, huh? He can just pay his way into endgame. So that wasn't really as involved as most puzzles are for this game. I wonder if there's more to this that I haven't found yet. I gotta go over there too. I gotta take I got a zip line over there. So check that out first. Yeah, so to re-examine my idea for this Gacha Wars premise, I think that it would basically be playing 2 gacha games for an hour and a half a day for a week. And then the next week we play 2 other gacha games for an hour and a half a day for the next week. And then the third week would be, we would play, and this is where my idea is kind of falling apart, I feel like personally. It's something I've kind of been meditating on, but as the idea stands right now, the idea is that for the third week, we would play the losers, the 2 losing games, or the 2 losing games from the previous 2 weeks. So, oh shit. Oh my god. Yo, good luck, Katie. He's about to bathe the cat and he fucking hates it. That sounds mad dangerous. All you gotta do is release another Cyberpunk 2077 again, huh? Not sure exactly what's the context of that. Fake till you make it, because become a whale until you can actually afford being a whale. So would Gacha Wars be the first time slot? Yes. It'd be a time slot where we play, it's a 3-hour time slot. We play 2 gacha games for an hour and a half each. We do that 4 nights a week. Oh shit. How come the grapple didn't work that time? I do it sooner. And the idea would be that we would vote on the games and criticize them as we go, and kind of talk about first impressions, and as we kind of learn the games better, talk about, you know, their deeper mechanics and if they appeal to us or not. Okay, good grab there. We would play them for, it'd basically be, every game would get like at least 2 weeks of play for an hour and a half a day. Play, you know, 4 times. I think that's enough time.
Old ring.
That's enough time to get a sense for, you know, these games.
To create a loop.
And the better ones might even get played longer. Seems like an interesting enough premise, and no one's probably really doing anything quite like it on Twitch. It'd begin just chatting. So I went through the just chatting streams the other day to see if there's other just chatting channels out there that are doing things aside from just chatting, right? And of course, there are a few doing gameplay. There are other ones that are like browsing the web together with people, which makes sense to me. You know, it's not quite the same as, you know, I'm concerned that people in just chatting might not have the patience to watch a channel that has gameplay on it. But you guys know us, we just chatty. We mostly just discuss it the whole time we're playing games. I think it very much is a just chatting stream in some respects. And again, the idea of like a Gacha Wars would be more like a game show. It would be a competition. It would be, you know, these 2 games. We're not playing those games to play them. We're playing them to have them compete with each other. That's kind of a fun premise, I think. But yeah, like Dick's pointed out, there's reasons why I'm hesitant to do that. Of course, I'm concerned about the viewership of gacha games in general. I have concerns about, like you said, Skinner, about like the playability of the games. Is it going to get boring as fuck to play gacha intros all the time? And then can we actually judge them adequately if we're only playing them for you know, a week or 2? You know, I don't know. I think there's also, you know, fun things about the idea.
Gambling dice. Common thing for soldiers, but these are a little more opulent than most.
I was about to give up on the idea last night, Skinner. Like, after our last stream, I was really leaning away from the idea of Gacha Wars. And then I was trying to think to myself, total by coincidence, guys. So basically, part of the inspiration for the idea is that I'm playing a new gacha, Epic 7, because my brother is playing it. And I thought it'd be kind of a fun way for us to kind of bond with each other. And at the same time, I was thinking to myself, well, I'll explore this game as a potential future game for the stream, right? Or at least to think more about gacha as a genre in general. So I'm playing this new game, Epic 7. And I realized last night after the stream, I was playing a little bit, I was like, this game doesn't really appeal to me that much. Like, honestly, I enjoyed it more at first, but now that I'm playing it, you know, the aesthetic is really failing me. Like, I don't really care for the characters that much. The art style, it's cool, but it doesn't really, like, speak to me personally. So I'm like, well, what are some other good gachas I could try? So I Googled, you know, for the, like, 10th time, you know, in the last 2 weeks, like, you know, top gacha games or, you know, best gacha games. And I'm looking for one that I saw on another list, but I couldn't find it. In fact, what I found instead was that every top 10 list had like all different games, and some were, you know, real time, some were turn-based, some were pixel art, some were fully 3D action games, some were tower defense, you know. And it struck me that at that point I was like, dude, maybe I shouldn't give up on Gacha Wars, because that is, I mean, there's so much variety in gacha. It would be kind of fun to, you know, compare the different styles of play and the different types of characters, which games, you know, have a art style that appeals to who. Like, who would, you know, like, I feel like if we go from week to week new games, there's going to always be new art styles to look at, new gameplay styles to examine. We're going to say, oh, these waifus, you know, they're too cliche. Oh, these ones, they're too sexualized. Oh, these ones, you know, they have a really unique art style. These ones, you know, I think it could be a really fun thing to examine gacha as a genre and look at how they differ and which ones appeal to us and kind of be considerate of, you know, and I think that, you know, universally they have that appeal of them being free, which is another idea I love about Gacha Wars, this idea that people can play with us. They can, if I'm starting this week, Epic 7 this week, right? Then if you guys want to, you could start Epic 7 for free with me. We could talk about the games together and start a guild for a week and, all kinds of cool stuff. Like, I think it's a fun idea. I think that because the games, they do have very flashy graphics. They do have, a lot of, sparkles and a lot of, fast-paced gameplay and waifus. I think it's going to be that appeal as well from a visual perspective on the stream. I think that it's got potential as an idea, but again, I don't want to push that too hard because I am kind of on the fence about it for other reasons. But suffice to say that I'm excited about it. I'm going to keep considering it. But yeah, I think it's got potential. I would love a tower defense gacha war, says Coolian, huh? As well as a base management gacha war and some kind of sandbox gacha game war. Will you ever be playing them on stream, or will you be playing them on your spare time as well? I think probably only on stream, if only because I'm fucking busy as hell. I don't see myself playing them off stream. So basically, it's going to limit like how deep we can get into them before we kind of rate them and kind of cancel some of them. But I think that in my very limited experience with gacha, an hour and a half a day is plenty. And I think that maybe like 4 days might be a little bit less than I prefer to kind of judge a game like that. You might want 5 days for something like that. But in general, I think an hour and a half a day, 4 days is probably enough-ish. I'll join in. Next, I'm a nerd or anything that's cool. Says Katie, huh? You guys are the nerds. Let's come by and watch some sexy anime bitches. Some of them are kind of like condensed MMOs these days with guilds and PvP and PvE. Yeah, I noticed that, Skinner. Yeah, I noticed that some of the games are more... For instance, guys, I think with Mr. Skinner, our last stream talked about Blade and Soul. Dude, there's a new Blade and Soul on mobile. This came out yesterday in the West. Blade and Soul Retribution, I think it's called. And apparently people are saying that it's a very true-to-life experience that compares well to the first Blade and Soul, but now on your phone. So that's kind of interesting. Till you get addicted and do nothing but play them off stream, says Dix, huh? I mean, that could be a thing that could happen, I guess. And I also have this halfway unrelated fantasy that we might find like a really good gacha game.
Hold on. This one has 6 on most of the faces.
And that maybe we'll find like a really good one and actually want to play that full time on the stream. It's like our main game, but I doubt it. But yeah, I think it's a very fun idea. One of my main concerns, though, as I mentioned last time, is that oh look, there's something going on here. Is this more puzzle? I don't think so. How could it be? I can crank this if I wanted to. One of my main concerns, though, is that I'm getting so excited about it because it's a very Vencabot idea, right? It's going to be a lot of variety. I love variety. It's going to be a lot of, in-depth game analysis. That's all exciting to me. But is that going to be where the channel has to go in the future to actually get viewership? Well, I tell myself that it's going to be in just chatting at least. So we're going to have that going for us. But in general, I don't know if it's going to be the idea. Maybe I need to be more considerate of something a little more traditional. Okay, it's a very ambitious, very creative idea that might not be what we need right now. We just need something more traditional, something more basic, something more, just more proven. That's what I'm saying, Katie. Yo, Katie, dude, you have no idea, man. I haven't wanted to say it, but these past week and a half or 2 weeks, I've been really missing Maji Record. Whenever I think to myself, man, this game is, it's cool, but in some ways it's better than Maji Record, Epic 7. In some ways it's not as good as Maji Record. But in general, man, I fucking miss Maji Record. That game was so sick. Gotta bring it back. I still have high hopes deep in my heart that it might come back one day. Depending on how successful this new, Madoka Magica push is. Over there in the Land of the Rising Sun, there's a pretty big push, in the works for Madoka Magica. And we have Madoka Record Season 2 coming out as an anime. We have supposedly a new movie in the works. There's more merchandise going around. My hope is that if it catches on big enough in Japan, we might see Madoka Record return to the West in a few years or so. But I got my doubts, too. Oh, shit! So here's the thing, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Because, as far as I knew, based on what little I explored of this map, I thought I was already done. But it seems like that might not be the case. So actually, let me go down here and see if there's what I'm supposed to do here next. Yay! There's a Dragon Quest gacha game I've heard about. Yeah, apparently it's called Dragon Quest Tools or some kind of weird. It was like a really weird name. I think it started with a T. It was like one syllable. I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't see any gameplay for it, but I heard there's a thing that exists. So I blew something up over here, right? Oh, but there's still more I have to blow up. I see, okay.
Almost got it.
This is such a fun little dungeon, man. Dragon Quest Tact. Thank you, Dix. Tact. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Quest myself, so I wasn't that interested when I heard about it, but it's something I'm aware of. Town. That would actually be very fitting. Dragon Quest Town. Let's go, Lori. Yeah, that's where I'm leaning right now, but I'm not sold on the idea yet. It's a really weird little glitch there. Really annoying little glitch. I think I'm supposed to just jump it, though. I don't even need the hook, though. Let's just jump it. Wee. I'm also very considering quite seriously doing like a news or like a vlog thing about, you know, gaming news every Monday. I'm kind of leaning strongly towards something like that as a way for us to do like a weekly YouTube thing. Like Coolahan pointed out, that's something we do like a little YouTube segment on Mondays, followed by just general, you know, analysis of the week's game news. I could probably be pulling, you know, stories from Destructoid and Gamasutra and Polygon and all those other garbage ass websites, just to have things to talk about on Monday. We can discuss our feelings and thoughts about what's going on in the industry. I think the last Breath of Fire game was also a gacha game. Yes, I think it was, Katie, or at least a mobile game. I'm not sure if it was gacha at that point. I think this game was kind of so early on in the whole mobile game sphere. I'm not sure if we really had modern gacha. Yeah, maybe we did. There's some kind of mobile microtransaction-based game now. Okay, let's crank this. And there we go. Push this onto here. Yeah, it was a mobile game for sure, at the very least. It might also have been gacha-ish. Yeah, if you guys are unaware of, you know, what gacha implies as a genre, gacha is a term going back to the Japanese quarter machines you have here in the West, like the homies, little homies, turn the crank and a little toy falls out. The idea for a gacha is that you basically pay microtransactions for the opportunity to get a random chance at dropping some kind of toy or character or an item. And there sometimes are, you know, supplemented by other mechanics to make it more of a game, right? Hence gacha. Most of the time there are some kind of RPG. Like I mentioned, some are tower defense. There's all kinds of different varieties, but gacha itself implies there's a collection aspect where you basically get points, and, you know, whether you pay for them or not, you can grind for them or pay for them. They hope you pay for them. Oh, I gotta turn this thing now. Obviously, I gotta turn it before I go up. And then, oh, I see, it turns. It turns as it goes up. Okay, that's fine. I gotcha. So you kind of grind away, and then you unlock characters and things like that. And oftentimes there's an aspect of fucking waifu culture, which I'm not the hugest fan of. That's the way that we get these weebs to want to shell out, I guess, right? Let's go back up. I'd say that's fair to say that's pretty much a given in a gacha game. It's going to be a strong waifu aspect. The quarter machines that gave you candy were probably hella disgusting in retrospect, huh? You think so? I don't know, it's just candy, it's sugar, what's gonna get gross in there? Dirty M&Ms are still M&Ms though, I guess. That's also true. Gacha Revolution, a microtransaction-based rhythm game, huh? Could be sick. That could be sick. You could unlock songs. That'd be kind of fun. There's your million idea, Katie. There's your million idea. Make that money. How do I push this? Is it glitched out or what? Oh, shit. It is glitched out. Like, I can't even be close to it. I gotta pull it first, I guess, huh? Okay.
Let's hope it doesn't all just collapse.
Okay, there we go. You could fucking get songs. You could get, you know, different characters, like different skins to dance as. Get some celebrity endorsements. You could play as J-Lo. I'm thinking more of a grotty kid sticking their fingers and shit around the machine digging for candy, like me. Dicks, that's gross. Who would do that? What kind of savage would do that?
Hope that was enough. It worked. Still standing.
Pretty intense. So what we got in here? This game's dungeons were, twice or 3 times as long. This would be a whole different fucking game. It'd literally be a different genre if they did that. I think I would enjoy it more.
The wealth.
Like, I love these little Zelda dungeons. They got pretty good puzzles. If they just made them a little bit longer, that would be like some sick shit. Maybe I should just pick a random indie game and play that, says Dix. Guys, what is the point of having a community here on Twitch if we can't even help Dick Sucker find a game to play? Alright? Fucking step up, guys. Alright, enough I'm done goofing with you guys here. Just be serious.
10th century codex.
What game should Dix play? He's looking for an action RPG.
Metalwork.
Who knows some good action RPGs? Geological knowledge allows successful mining of chromite ore, so I can get different kinds of ore. Well, that's good. It means I can fucking have something new to fucking fill up. Can I do that right here somewhere? That'd be kind of fun. Action RPGs. Give me a game you want to replicate the feeling of, says Coolian, huh? Fucking Dark Souls. He wants an action RPG. He wants a game where you can fucking level up and mash buttons and swing a sword. Sean says here, what if they came out with a game system that could dump the character's adrenaline into your system while you play, huh? Imagine the rush of playing Tomb Raider then. It'd be pretty crazy, Sean. We can probably do it with VR, though, right? That would be like the closest thing. To an extent. I mean, of course, there's going to always be that aspect of knowing it's a game, right? Where the character theoretically would not know it's a game. Because to them, it's not a game, it's real. That sounds like it'd be hella addictive. Got some chromite. That's what it's for. Problem is, everything anyone suggested Dixon has already played. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. We need more ideas. We need more ideas. Because Dix has played fucking everything, man. He's the boy that plays everything. It has to be something new as well, because Dix doesn't play old games. I have a lot of retro games I would love to recommend, but I know Dix wouldn't be interested in those. Maybe something modern, contemporary, at least a little bit. What are some good action RPGs that are coming out? Hey, it's a very popular. You think it's a very popular genre? It seems like it is anyway. It seems like people are always talking about action RPGs. But they're always talking about the same ones, though. I guess, huh? Because already played those ones. We should play fucking one of those bootleg-ass Legend of Mana remakes. How about Star Ocean? Dix, you ever play Star Ocean? Yeah, or Tales. Like real Japanese. I know Dix doesn't really get into that weeb art style, perhaps. Yeah, Tales games and Star Ocean are kind of similar. At one point, they even shared a dev. Well, they're kind of story-centric, though, is the thing. Dix doesn't like story in games. The thing about Dark Souls and a lot of games Dix plays, they're not really story-centric. Someone needs to make a Batman game that plays like Tomb Raider so I could actually play it, huh? Well, how do you mean, Sean? To me, they seem to play very similarly in the sense of, they're essentials. They're both AAA third-person adventure games. Of course, they have different types of combat. This is more of a shooter and platformer, but otherwise, I think they're, on the surface, kind of similar. TL seems story-heavy in that there are unavoidable cut sections you need to trod through, yeah. By the other hand, though, Dix, they have different kinds of character growth to pay off, like, I don't know, maybe this doesn't appeal to you, though. Yeah, usually the Japanese action RPGs, of course, they got more cutscenes and more story focus, but also, different kinds of character growth than you would have in a typical action RPG. I mean, you should try at least one, perhaps. I mean, I feel like the Tales games they really are, like, the action RPG franchise coming out of Japan. I like the Berseria, the upcoming Arise or whatever, looks decent, but again, reading. Yeah, it's going to be more of a story. But you might find that it's worth it in the sense that it does some things differently than other action RPGs. Control method, huh? Control method? I mean, like walking around? Yeah, I'm a little bit lost. I don't totally understand. But, how do you think it would play? Like, it would have a focus on... I guess again, like climbing, huh? That meant we'd have to climb buildings. TL stories are kind of corny, but the gameplay is usually excellent, says Skinner, huh? Well, even that's relative, because most games Dick's talking about are games where you have an action RPG, like you walk through a field and you fight things in real time, right? Where Tales games and Star Ocean games, they're old school action RPGs in the sense that you encounter random encounters, kind of like other turn-based RPGs, and it puts you in a different map, like a fight map, and then you actually fight a fast-paced battle in real time then you're back to the exploring mode. It's not quite the same as a game like Dark Souls, something like that, where you're always in the same gameplay mode. Are there any good indie RPGs that aren't like typical roguelike 2D pixel art stuff? Well, probably a few Souls clones. Have you played those Souls clones yet, Dix? Like that one that I saw on Zane's channel? I forget what it's called exactly. A couple of them came out recently, right? It could even be based on the multiverse idea, where Batgirl gets dimensionally cloned into another world where Batman never existed because the Waynes all survived, but all the villains except Two-Face do exist. That's kind of a fun idea, actually. Kind of sick. Although it kind of throws out the idea that's pretty prominent in Batman lore, I guess, where it was Batman's creation that spawned all the supervillains, right? And that's why all these villains exist. Why they went super, basically. How do I get out of here? I mean, I can get over to here as though it's some kind of meaning to that. Oh, I see, up there. There's a lot of freedom in Tales combat. To me, trying to make cool combos and stuff is fun in those games. Have you ever played Neo 2? Venka had some good praise of that. Yeah, Dix played the fuck out of Neo 2, more than I did, I think. Him and J-Bomb. That game is fucking sick. I go buy that on Steam right now. That game is, again, my game of the year last year. That shit was so good. So good. One of those few games that comes out, you're like, oh shit, people can still make games. But, it's Team Ninja, man. They're fucking gods. Okay. Yeah, I think that, I think if Dix played a Tales game, he would understand how broad the term ARPG really is. But I think a lot of the games Dix has played are sort of, man, they're not really what we would have called ARPGs back in the early 2000s. Oh my god. Oh shit. But they're pretty fun. And they are action-packed. That's true of a game like Lightning Returns as well. So time I hear ARPG is the old Diablo definition. Yeah. There's that too. And even that's sort of not like Dark Souls, right? We used to call those, dungeon crawlers or hack and slash games back in the day. Back in the day, man, I feel like the term action RPG really did typically imply Japanese. And again, it usually meant things like Legend of Mana or some Secret of Mana was like the action RPG. And of course, Kingdom Hearts was the one that kind of took it to the next dimension. And in Kingdom Hearts, again, that's sort of more Dark Souls-esque in the sense that you're always in one mode of gameplay. When you play like Tales games, I think are now considered like the standard Japanese action RPG. We're talking about games that you explore the map in one mode, one gameplay style, and then when it's time for combat, we transition to like the combat mode, which is not unusual for JRPGs, right? Like you have like a exploring mode and a combat mode. But in Tales, the combat mode is not turn-based. It's a mode where you actually you hit buttons and you do combos, execute special moves. I don't want to go that way, that's for sure. Got turned around. I'm a dumbass. Whee. Baldur's Gate was a CRPG, wasn't it? I think it was, yeah, but a lot of those games also had Diablo-esque combat. I mean, Diablo is in some respects also a CRPG, just with less emphasis on story. And those are all dungeon crawlers back in the day. Yeah, CRPGs, they're now known to be more like focused on, dialogue trees and shit. But gameplay-wise, they're all sort of like Diablo-esque, I guess. Oh, like Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance, yeah. Or like fucking sweet Chambers of Norath. I have a little more of that idea. Since she has repaired the Batcomputer so many times and built her own bike, when she finds the Batcave empty, except for an old stash of silver, she recreates both the Batcomputer and her own bike, huh? Works for me, dude. Sounds like a fun idea, where she's like, where Batgirl essentially has to be the Batman because there's no actual Batman. It was just an action game, huh? Dark Alliance was an extreme game for consoles. Okay. I only played Baldur's Gate 2, says Dix. But yeah, I guess if you're a fan of action RPGs, you might want to try something like Tales at least once. At least once. See if it appeals to you at all. Because again, if you play like a game like Tales, you're going to also have played by extension a game like Star Ocean, which is just basically Tales in space. With a less of an anime, or less of a bright anime theme. Okay. So there's one more cache up here. Let me grab this real quick. And then I'm going to probably transition to ZHP. Yeah, Dix has played the fuck out of Dragon's Dogma, I believe. Pretty sure they're making a D&D game called Dark Alliance 2, huh? Really? That seems weird. I mean, it's a pretty popular name. Isn't there also one like there's a... It's not called Dark Alliance per se. There's one that has a similar name, I believe, on in the Gauntlet franchise. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. What's up, Macho? Because 2 is the best. Which Tales? And we're talking about my friend Dicksucker trying to find a good action RPG to play. He's trying to play action RPGs, but he's played them all. Everyone that ever been made, he's already played. So we're suggesting he try Tales, but he's not really into games that have like a strong story focus. He's looking more for a game sort of like, you know, like Dark Souls-esque or like Dragon's Dogma. Explore a world, slash some guys, get some cool gear, learn some skills. But he's played them all. You ever played any games like that, Matt Choke? You can recommend my dude? Then the Barbara Gordon of that world impersonates Batgirl to show support for her father, gets captured by the villains, and the real Batgirl must rescue her. She then proceeds to give her the riot act, ending with a reveal. So there's still a Barbara Gordon in this universe. So there's 2 Barbara Gordons now, because one's from a different universe, huh? And one's Batgirl, and one's not. Which makes sense, because there was no Batman. Mortal, that's what it is, Skinner. Mortal Shell. I was going to say, let's try that game. I watched my friend Zane play that game. Moisto Vakim. And that game looked pretty cool. Yeah, play some Tales games as matchup. Play some Tales games. Pretty good. Good game. Fucking Monkey Run. Okay, if we're going to do this Monkey Run, guys, take that as a criticism of the game. Take this as me hating on this game. Because when I'm doing this, it means I'm bored. Like, if you were to take my playthrough of this game and, as game designers, and use that as a way to examine your game design, consider that if I'm doing this Monkey Run, that means I'm not doing anything else. Which is, I find that kind of salty. It means I'm just walking. I'm just walking toward a thing, so I might as well Monkey Run, when I should be climbing and jumping and fighting and other things that are actually more interesting. Yeah, pretty good matchup. Played some Tales game. Yeah, alright. Pretty good stuff. No complaints. There's a cache right here. What? Is it right here? No. Is it over here? Must be across the way, huh? No, it's actually not. It's supposed to be under... Oh, there it is. Right fucking there. Okay. It's buried in a fucking solid rock cliff. Monster Arise comes out in the end of March anyways. I can probably just play random shit until then. Huh? End of March? They have a whole fucking month ahead of you, dicks. Oh my god. It seems like it's a glitch, dude. I can dive off of any other platform. No problem. That one seems really hard to dive off of. I don't understand why. I dived earlier in the stream. It was fucking first try. It was easy. It was very intuitive. The first time Brian told me to dive, I dived first try. Right? But Brian was like, oh, how'd you do that first try? It was so hard. That's because I don't think it was as hard when I did it. Because Brian was trying to do it off this diving board. And the diving board is fucked up. That's why it seemed like it was really hard. I think it's usually quite easy. That could be scary. I'm not grasping the complex diving mechanics. There's more to it. I gotta hit different buttons, try different things. I gotta hold up while I'm doing some shit like that. Because her bat computer is literally identical to the original one, it somehow connects to the original, and thus Bruce can guide her when she gets stuck. So like a cross-dimensional internet, basically. She also knows that she has another version of herself back home. She would also reveal herself to Commissioner Gordon, and because before he gets a chance to yell at her, his Barbara comes into the room as well. This gets her a police contract, keeping it all in the family, huh? So she seems more like a police officer than maybe Batman would have. They need to jump further back on the board or something for it to work right. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it doesn't work as easily as it does in other parts of the game. Diving is not that hard. I wish I could fucking save state, just reload my state and just go back and dive again. Guys, tonight we're starting the post-game in ZHP. I'm so pumped. So much grinding, so much fighting. Maybe start customizing some gear, maybe. Fight a few bosses if I'm lucky. Unlock some cool content. I'm excited. Fucking Monkey Run. There's a sprint in this game, isn't there? You do that. There we go. It's faster than Monkey Run. Go, Lori, go. You ready for this? Hup! Nope. I hope maybe at the running start would give me a better dive. I'm gonna try jumping from further back on the board. That might be helpful in some capacity. Wish I was a better writer, and I could actually pitch that idea. I don't know. You still could. You just gotta find a writer to work with you, perhaps. So Skinner has a PSP still, huh? But ZHP is pretty expensive to track down. I think you can get it digitally, though, can't you, on the PS Store? Yeah, it's very expensive to track down physically. It's one of those rare games. I think you can buy it digitally, though. I'm pretty sure. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm the same way, Skinner. I totally know that feeling. Dive! Where's Pirates? Is that too? And burn down to a disc to make it physical. Let's get physical. Physical. Yeah, when the game first came out, I bought it at GameStop, and even then it was really hard to find. It was rare when it first came out. It was such a niche game. It took me forever. That's why I had to go to GameStop of all places. I still hate shopping at GameStop. I couldn't find it nowhere else. Let's go, Lori. We gotta fucking do this stupid dive. Please. It's like bugged. Oh, maybe I gotta look down. Oh, how about that? Fuck! This is the second to most recent Tomb Raider. This is Rise. Shadow is the last one. It's the sequel to this game. There's 3 games in the reboot series. We played the first 2. Shadow is the next one. Apparently, according to Dix, it has ray tracing. It's got ray tracing. God damn it, Lori. Why you no dive? Why you no dive? It has ray traced shadows, and that's it, I guess, which is fitting, huh? Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Ray traced Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shadow's actually developed by somebody else. Really? Oh, really? I did not know that. That's interesting. Ah, how's the timing right there, dude? I swear. It's not that hard. Did it earlier tonight like it was nothing. Just literally just jump and press the dive button. Why doesn't it work here in the one spot you have to do it? Sprint. I'd like to request a half gainer. I'm not sure what that half gainer is. I think I have to do it toward this direction, maybe. Maybe I actually can't do it because I'm over the ground when I'm pressing the button. That might be it. No, my God! There's your jackknife for you, Sean. The jackknife is easy. It means you fucked up the dive. That's like what you get when you fuck it up. All the major ones are kind of bombed, huh? Kind of bombed? What do you mean kind of bombed? What's bombed mean? Like, all the major ones kind of bombed. I mean in terms of sales. Perhaps. So I don't see them anymore as much. I'm trying to think of some ARPGs. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Yakuza. Yakuza is, of course, not aesthetically similar to Dark Souls at all. I know you're big into the Knights aesthetic, and likewise, it's very story-centric. They aren't worth buying. Huh? They have some fundamental flaw. Because it's kind of like an ARPG, kind of. That's too late, honestly. Because I think if you learned about, you know, if you learned ARPGs through games like Dark Souls and things like that, I kind of feel like maybe you need to broaden your perspective and maybe not focus so much on like the ARPG. Maybe what you need is something more like a character action. You know, maybe the RPG aspect is not that important. Because those games are kind of, you know, they're you know, about footsies and spacing and attack timings and, you know, maybe if you broaden your lens to include games that are, you know, like fighting, like someone called them brawlers, maybe you would find some games there you would like. You should retry Devil May Cry, Dix. Those games have, you know, character growth. This being kind of Souls is on my radar. This game outward. Shit is so borked. Okay, I hit it too early that time, I think. I mean, there's no way to tell, though. I mean, most of the time it feels like I'm doing totally right and still some work. I'm gonna do one more try, guys, then I'll give up. I think it's bugged. I really think it's bugged. I think that, before I quit from that, I'm gonna do one more dive of another platform. I'm pretty sure it's not this hard. I think it's supposed to work. Like, I think a lot of these ones I've done should have worked. It's just this platform makes it weird for some reason. And maybe because there's a cliff underneath, so I'm not like over the water necessarily all the time. Yeah, there's Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden. I think aesthetically speaking, maybe Devil May Cry would be more up your alley. Ninja Gaiden is kind of a dark city-scape ninja game. Devil May Cry is more, you know, swords, anime. Are there 3 other time as well? Holy fuck, so only one of the 3 I have to do? It's bullshit. Nada. Okay, I'm gonna go do another dive from somewhere else. And then I'm gonna end the stream. Just for my own satisfaction. Okay. I have Ashen, one of the 4. So actually, there's 4 of them total. Haven't actually played it yet. That might be a good idea. There's one by the tomb you just completed. I'm just gonna do another one that doesn't involve a diving board, basically. I think the one I did before was over here, right? I wish you could run and make your jump further. That'd be so much fun. That'd be like an actual, you know, platformer. Probably do it from right here. Okay. Oh, it's gonna dive, okay. Whew. Oh shit. The wrong spot. I think before, the first one I ever did was from over there, I think, right? I think. If I remember correctly. Come on, Lori, were you getting tired? Got a stamina bar or what? Didn't say you could stop. Okay, let's swing-a-ling over here. Get my wolf killing gun out. So was it over here that I did it from? No, I think it was over here. It seems this is not tall enough. I don't think this is the spot I did it before. Maybe it is. I feel like my first dive I ever hit was from off of this ledge right here. But it's literally a river down there. It's not a pool. So it's not the spot. Well, I'll give up in any case. That's amazing. Love that animation. Is there one over here? Oops, wrong button. I guess one of the turnoffs for character action games would be that they seem to let level design fall to the wayside. That's very true. It goes without saying. They're not really. They're just very linear. Just fight. There is a temple over there. I think that might be the one that I hit last time. Even that didn't seem like it's very high up. Yeah, there's no level design. There's no exploration, really, like, at all. If there is, it's very tertiary, like, you know, you might find a hidden item, like a hidden collectible off the stage. Kind of like, you know, like Uncharted. Mostly just fight. Whereas other games you're talking about, of course, there's an exploration aspect as well. Even though 2D ones, even the indie games, typically have some kind of exploration aspect. So that's a shorter diving board with less of a run-up to it. Ninja Gaiden Black had interesting level design IMO, but subsequent games got worse and worse, huh? Yeah, Ninja Gaiden Black, they tried to be a little more exploration-centric. They did some puzzle stuff, too, in that game. Later games removed that. Focus more on what they did. I think this wasn't a bad thing, honestly. They focused more on what they did well, which is fight. There we go. Not rocket science, dude. It's very, very easy. I don't know why the other one doesn't work. They gotta turn the camera up if I'm like diving into the sky. There hasn't been a recent Ninja Gaiden game, right? Just Neo. They're coming out with a remaster very soon, though. There's a remaster coming out in the next couple months, I think, of Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3. It's gonna be sick. The other one's bugged, dude, I swear. It's not that hard. I wonder if it's something to do with proximity to the wall. I don't think it is, though. This one's nowhere near as high up. Is that causing something weird to happen? Should I aim myself more toward the river when I'm up on that cliff or the waterfall or something? No. It's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to work. I don't tell them I'm wrong with the one on the cliff. I will be right back with some ZHP, guys. I will see you guys very shortly. That they are doing a remaster makes me think they want to make Ninja Gaiden 4 at some point. I hope so, Mr. Skinner. I really do hope so. Although they would need to really market the game right, the remaster, because the reason why there was no Ninja Gaiden 4 was that 3 was so poorly received. I think 3 was a great game and it was really given an unfair shake. I think if players gave it more of a, you know, played with more of an open mind, they would really like it.
Now, motherfucker.
But I think that, you know, until we can... I think that Ninja Gaiden already has a niche audience, so it's a very hard franchise. Right? It's a very, very unforgiving franchise in general. And it's a very small, you know, group of players that want to kind of grind it out and enjoy it that way. So the prospect of making a 4 with a okay budget, it's going to be kind of hard, because it's going to not really sell that well in the grand scheme of things, aesthetically speaking, you know, in terms of marketing. I mean, you could market it as, you know, like a fast-paced Dark Souls, you know, prepare to die, it's Ninja Gaiden. But I also think that, you know, Neo as a brand is just going up and up and up, right? I think Neo 1, when it came out, was sort of, people didn't really seem to care about it that much. Then it came out on PC and got more mileage. I think some of that excitement of the PC version helped them, you know, help motivate them to make a sequel, which I think was much better reviewed, much more widely played than the first Neo. I think that it would be sort of unwise for them to try to go back at this point to do Ryu Hayabusa. I think that Ninja Gaiden is just, as a brand, doesn't have that strength that Neo has right now. Of course, they're very different games. I would love to play Ninja Gaiden 4, even though I love Neo. But, yeah, if I were them, I'd really focus on making Neo 3. Because that has a lot of franchise potential. And they can bring back Ninja Gaiden 4 one day. But they said they're putting Neo aside from it. Oh, did they really, Mr. Skinner? That's kind of a drag. I really was looking forward to Neo 3. You know, I think Neo 2 was so good, and I think that it still has some room to grow. But maybe if I play the DLC, I'd feel satisfied. Because the DLC is probably very expansive. Maybe the DLC is effectively Neo 3, huh? Thanks for hanging out, guys. We're going to do some ZHP on stream next. It's a cool Japanese RPG on the PSP.
Not gonna work.
If you guys enjoy the show, definitely feel free to hang out. If you guys are leaving here, not into Japanese games, I do understand that as well.
I'm not even
Before I transition to ZHP, I want to thank some fine folks who make the channel possible. For the rest of us here, I stream 5 nights a week, and when I'm not on camera, I'm working on the channel behind the scenes. Especially right now, I'm doing a lot of planning for the channel's future. And it's something that I have a lot of pride in, something I find very enjoyable. I like the creative aspect of trying to make decisions for the channel and seeing the consequences play out one way or another. I really love streaming, and something that you guys make possible for me personally. Of course, those that help out on patreon.com/Vencabot are also helping the rest of us here watch the stream. If not for these fine folks here, there would be no stream here, period. For you or me. Or for anybody, really. Thanks to our Black Knights on Patreon, John Hernandez, Katie Alpha, Remy, Sin Theory, and Salty Face. You guys are the most generous supporters we have. Thank you to Ashley Mazera, Audrey Apples, Chulak, Dick Sucker, Hubie, Jordy Hargreaves, Max, Michael Linkle, Minix P, and Wade Local for putting in $7 a month. That's also really, really generous, guys. That's no, for me, that's definitely not chicken feed. Thank you to the shady winners on patreon.com/Vencabot. That's $3 a month, and actually more helpful for the channel than Twitch's $5 sub, because Twitch takes half every sub, guys. So for $5, the channel makes $2.50, whereas you can save $2 whole on Patreon, put in $3 a month, and the channel makes about $2.60 or $2.70. Thank you to Brandon Williams, Found Mill, JK Live, Good Vibe City, Juna Anam, Keith Best, Coolahan, Kyle Glass, Leon Madison, Bum Blues, Radiance Arcade Machine, Ricardo Garcia, Subtastic, The Shen, Tony Basher, and Toxivamp for being shady winners on Patreon. Thank you for signing up over there, guys. I know it's kind of a process compared to just clicking that subscribe button here on Twitch. I appreciate you guys going through that trouble and helping me out there. Thanks to the young guys on Patreon. That's $1 a month. Benjamin J. Harkins, Karina D. Scott, Donka Deborah Dons, Herb Durkin, Andre Cruz, Kaiju Kenfin, and Lisa. $1 buys me a fucking sandwich, guys. That's really, really clutch. I love sandwiches. Thank you to our Twitch subs as well, like Zanzu, Big Nasty, Ebuff the Chill, and N Cruz for being Fearless Havels and Black Knights here on Twitch. And thank you to the shady winners at the Amazon Prime free sub tier, the best subbing of the channel, guys. I mentioned earlier that Twitch takes half every sub, guys. They take half. It's kind of a drag. Okay. But it doesn't mean that subs are actually not appreciated, of course. But if you're an Amazon Prime customer, you can get a free sub, and that's really cool, guys. Use that somewhere, if not here. If you're Amazon Prime for their 2-day shipping or for their movie library or whatever, you get a free sub to spend on Twitch. That's super clutch. Also, the $5 tier and the gift sub tier. Thank you guys for all the gift subs as well. Thank you to AJ897, Stuffy Muffin, Audrey Apples, Balls Deep, Making Pancakes, Ben Mighty, Blue Abs, Brother, Nero FGC, Kenny Joan, Karina Daya, Chumpet, Chulak, CP3S, Danny Dante Gameplay, Dapper Dons, Decoy Mendes, Dick Sucker, Doc3292, Dirk Blur, Exodus 3rd, Fat Shoe 17, Fight J Fight, First, Opus FA, Brad XFPA, Eddie, Cupper Jungle Style, Goss, Herb Dirk, and GBBT, Jetstream, Justin, Cairo Vatica, Katie Alpha, KG, The Legend, Landwin, Longlegs, Moist, Delvakeen, Moth, Man FGC, Neon Riot 4, Nicholas Jones, Alex Templar, Patriot 51, QB416, Quinnifer, Rebecca, Remy057, Rockstage, Rough Stuff, Sin Theory, Stone Cold Ryan Meyer, Synapse Task Force, Faust, The Tone Box, 3 Ven, Triple M, Welford, Yokebrain 3S, Here's Salty Face, Zach, 123, Z Spectre Z, and Kilakura. Thank you guys. I only played the first Neo 2 DLC. If the other two are similar in length, it doesn't seem huge. I think they re-added the Abyss, though. The Abyss. I didn't play that much of that in Neo 1. Was that like the challenge mode? Where you like went to that ghost dimension and fought a bunch of guys? I remember finding that quite difficult. It's kind of like Neo meets Ninja Gaiden. Let's get the HP booted up here, guys.
Got too excited.
Made some good progress in Lori tonight. We got some, collectibles.
What?
I'm here for that. No progress made in the story, but it was fun. I did some tombs. That's always a pleasure.
That was fucking weird.
Abyss was basically the Chalice dungeons, small little levels that were basically enemy gauntlets with a bit of wandering around. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I remember that being quite hard, but that wasn't what I was thinking of, though. That was hard, too, though.
No, I didn't think so.